you are just joining us, we still have a lot of people coming in. We want to welcome you to the 5th Annual Wealth and Health Expo by LejulusExpo.com. Once again, hey, I want to give a big shout out to all our repeated guests who were here last year and the year before. Also, a bigger shout out to all our new listeners. If you're a first-time listener, let us know. Put number one in the chat. And if you are a repeated or a returning listener, let us know. Put a 2 in the chat. Share this live. Share it with your friends, your family. We're going to be talking about health today. We're going to be talking about wealth. We have a panel of heavy hitters today, and we will be bringing the first keynote speaker for you in just a minute or two. All right, Florian, are you ready? First, kick it off with prayer as always. We're going to have Cyrus. If he's here, go ahead and take it away, sir.
Hey everyone, good afternoon. I hope you guys can hear me well. And listen, it is my pleasure to be part of this great expo, which is the 5th annual Lejulus Health and Wealth Expo. And before we do anything, we believe in sharing, and everything that we do, we want to give that into the Lord. And as it is said in the great book of Colossians, it says, whatever you do it with your heart and do it into the Lord, because you know the things that you do today, you may not get rewarded for it today, but sure enough, your great work, your hard work will be rewarded by God. And as a family of faith, family who believe in the Lord Jesus Christ, we're gonna do what we're gonna do. We're gonna start this expo with prayer. So everyone, go ahead and bow your head just so we can pray, and we're going to give this expo into God. Lord, we thank you that you have blessed us to be part of this great community. Not only we get to be part of this community, but we get to do work that will not only bless other people, but that will bring value to other people. We thank you for all the families that are represented at this moment. We thank you for all the speakers that will be speaking today. We also pray for all the people from around the world that will be watching and that will be coming in. And we pray that your mighty hands will cover them. We pray that their heart will be ready to receive, their heart will be ready to process the information, their heart will be ready to capture, but more importantly, everything that they learn, everything that they hear from today will be used to help them grow, to help them be a better father, to help them be better mothers, to help them be better siblings, but more importantly, so that their life can be better, Lord. We thank you. We also pray for anyone that will be watching us today that have not yet commit their lives to you, that may not have that relationship with you. We pray this expo will be a blessing to them. We pray that this blessing will be something that they can see and feel you, so that they can understand that the best relationship that they can have is a relationship with you. We thank you, we love you, and we are praying a great expo into everybody here today. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. Amen. All right, so guys, again, I want to say thank you very much for coming on board and for joining us at this beautiful expo. It is a beautiful Saturday here in the Sunshine State, Florida. So I and myself, I'm watching and streaming live from Orlando, Florida. So that's what I like to call the Mickey Mouse backyard. So if you know where Mickey Mouse lives, so I'm not that far away, even though it's probably 45 minutes away. But nonetheless, I tell people all the time, I am loving it, and I love watching from Mickey Mouse backyard. All right, so before we get started, what we want to do, we don't want to get too far ahead. So if you don't know, you are watching live the Lejulus Expo. And the Lejulus Expo, I just want to tell you a little bit about the expo itself, and what more importantly, I want to share a little bit about us, the family, and what we do. So before we get started again, we are the Lejulus. We are a family of 8 siblings who are raised on the strong foundation of faith, family, education, hard work, and service. Again, let me go ahead and repeat that. We are a family of 8 siblings and we were raised on a strong foundation of faith, family, education, hard work, and service. So we are guided by incredible mentors, and of course, just like everybody else, a few good lessons from life itself. I mean, if you're living somehow, somewhere, life gonna teach you a few lessons, and each of us have found our own unique path to becoming productive members of society. So whether it's through our careers, professional careers, whether it be the resources that we share with people, or even the civic engagement that we are involved in communities, we found ways to become productive members of society. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the Lejulus Expo. The Lejulus Expo was born about 5 years ago with the simple idea that what if we combine all the experience, knowledge, and passion, and made it into accessible to everyone. So think about it. So 5 years ago, we all got together. We were like, so we asked ourselves that one question: if we could combine all the experience that we have, all the knowledge that we have, and all the passion, and make it all accessible to everyone? So that's exactly what we did. So we got together and bring our collective resources and mindset to bring you what is known today as the Lejulus Expo. So what started as a family initiative has grown into something much bigger than what you are seeing today. So over the past 5 years, the expo has connected with people across the Caribbean, the United States, the UK, and even Africa. And we're just getting started. So, we're just getting started. So I want you to know this is not just an event, it is a movement of united effort to give back. And we want to uplift, create a lasting impact that will impact generations to come. So we'd love for you to be part of this great initiative and to see what's next. So what I want you to do today, as you're watching and you get a chance to stream this expo, I want you to go ahead and scan the QR code so you can subscribe and be part of our community. So when you scan that QR code, it's going to take you directly to the newsletter, to the community that we have, and you can submit your name, you submit your email, and even your telephone number. So what it does, it allows you to be part of our ecosystem or part of the community. So whatever we have going on, you'll be informed. But more importantly, we also can communicate with you in ways that in ways to come. So again, the community itself is an exclusive community that will be launching soon. And trust us, you definitely want to be in the room when it happens. So with that being said, again, one of our motto is that we said together we uplift lives. So if you believe in community, if you believe in family, if you believe in fun, if you believe in faith, the Lejulus Expo, the Lejulus community is something that you definitely want to be part of. So with that said, let's go ahead and build something extraordinary together. We're looking forward to joining hands with you and you being part of the community. All right. Thank you for having me. And let's go ahead and pass it along to our host.
All right, all right, excellent. Thank you, sir. This was well said, well done. And again, let us know where you are listening from, where you are joining us from. As for me, I am in the heart of Dallas, Texas. Again, I want to remind everyone this is a live event, and we welcome you. We thank you for being here. You definitely could have been anywhere today, but you choose to be here with us. We're about to bring the first keynote speaker for the day. Again, let us know where you are listening from, where you are watching us from, and put it in the chat. As I mentioned earlier, a little bit of house rules. If you have any questions, just put it in the chat, and in the end, we're going to bring all the speakers, and your questions will be answered there. There will be no questions answered or asked between while the speakers are sharing their knowledge with us. So definitely, if you have questions, put it in the chat, and we will answer them at the end. Again, please help me welcome my co-host, Clarina Lejulus, and she will bring in the next speaker.
All right. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Go ahead, Corona.
All right. So thank you for having me. Of course, I'm happy to be here on this lovely Saturday. I am in West Palm Beach, Florida, and the sun is doing its job today, a great job at that. And the weather is beautiful. So I'm happy to be here, and I know all of you guys are happy to be here with us as well. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce our very first speaker. She has the heart and strength of a visionary. She is a certified Gallup strength coach, and she is a John Maxwell certified speaker and trainer. She helps people discover their God-given strengths and purpose so they can lead with clarity, confidence, and impact. She's here to equip individuals to step boldly into their calling and influence the world. Let's give a big, bold welcome to Michaela Salinas. Take it away.
Thank you so much. Just want to make sure, can everybody hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay,
Yes, we can hear you.
phone here. I'm so excited to be here. Such an honor. Thank you for having me. And I get to share what is so important to me, what sets me on fire. And it's to help people discover their purpose by using their gifts and strengths. And it is an honor to be here once again. I agree with everyone else. Florida is having a beautiful day. I live in the Orlando area and heading to the pool after this. So definitely going to seize the day. But just wanted to get ourselves started here. Before we dive in, I just want to check with you. If you had to share something from your heart, maybe a song that's on your heart, or perhaps someone you want to help, who would that person be? Can you put that in the chat for me? Somebody that you want to help. I'll give you an example. For me, it's people that lack identity and purpose. Those are the first people that I want to help. So if you can put it in the chat, there's no wrong or right answer because this is going to be your specific answer. All right, let's see what the chat is saying. Okay, single parents, teenagers, people that get stuck achieving their goals, your friends. Absolutely. Yeah, good stuff coming in. And notice everybody has different people, the needy, yeah, that they're assigned to. And sometimes we think that we're choosing, but we've been chosen. And that's what I'm going to share with you today. People who want to win but don't know how. Absolutely. I agreed. I was one of those people before. So we're going to go ahead and get started. But what I want you to look at is everyone here already has someone that they're called to help. But we're going to have to use gifts and talents and strengths to help you achieve that. It's going to be your blueprint. People who want to learn how to grow healthy food. I love that. I've watched you on Facebook. I'm one of those. So definitely going to be your main client here. Well, let me go ahead and share my screen because I definitely want to share what I have for our visual learners. Give me one moment here. Let's see here. Okay. It's not letting me share. Okay, let me try here. I try something different here. Yeah, it's not letting me share my screen. Does anybody have the, oh, there we go. I got it. Okay. All right. Everybody can see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, here we go. Okay, so discovering your gift. Oh, let's go back one. Okay, so discovering your gift, I want you to step into purpose and impact. And what I want you to do is one of the things that I share is when you start to feel an activation, a stirring, follow that, write it down. Because sometimes we think it was, oh, it was an emotional high or something just was that moment that I got excited. But this is something that the Holy Spirit is actually stirring up within you. And I want you to follow that lead. So I definitely want you to take notes. One of the things about me is that I am a parent. And outside of being a parent, I have, my coaching business where I help people discover their wow factor so they can lead with confidence, use their influence to create meaningful impact and step fully into their purpose. And I discovered that I wanted to help people because this was my story before. Like I mentioned, I didn't know who I was. I lacked purpose and identity. And as a parent, as a single parent, all I saw was lack. And I just couldn't believe that. I'm like, this is all you have for me, God. But the truth is, there's so much more beyond our current story. So I want to dive into what makes you uniquely powerful. So my specific portion of this workshop is designed to help you discover what is already strong and unique about you so you can confidently walk in your purpose and create a life that truly fulfills you. By understanding and leveraging your unique strengths, you'll gain clarity, activation, direction, and the motivation to take bold steps toward your role as a transformational leader. Because I believe I'm talking to leaders here, leaders that want to make an impact and want to change the world. All right. So, one of the scriptures that I always use when I'm coaching somebody is, as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. And I understood this to be so true because the way we see ourselves essentially becomes a lens for our life. So, if you don't see yourself as enough, you're really not going to have the vision that the Lord has for you, the abundant life. If you do believe it, you're going to live beyond what actual people are living. You're going to live beyond your limitations. And if you look at my second point here, it says most people identify with their limitations and cannot move on to their full potential because they fail to see the value within themselves. How many people know someone like that, or how many people were once that person? So people cannot create vision for their lives because they don't know who they are and what is possible. If I can share with you, I've sat with some high achieving leaders, high achieving business owners, people that have sat in the United Nations, psychologists, doctors. And the one thing is that they chose a profession, but they didn't really know who they were. So that just tells me that our identity is not found in a role. It's found in who God created us to be because he gave us his assignment before we were ever born. So, like I mentioned, how you view yourself shapes the lens through which you see life and ultimately the world you create. And that's why sometimes you'll see some people are so excited about life because that's their lens. That's how they put on their glasses every single day. And they have a glass that's half full and it's maybe overflowing. And then there are those that have that cup that is empty. And you just don't understand why they see themselves that way. But if you were like the older version of me and millions of people across the world, you might be focusing on your weaknesses, your failures, your lack of credentials and qualifiers. Perhaps you've seen yourself in a place saying, if I just have more education, if I just have this title, when I become CEO, when I lead this group, when I get that promotion, I'm going to be that person. And the truth is that no, it's not going to happen. You really have to own within what God has placed on the inside of you. And that was me for so long. The credentials and qualifiers, I'm like, I don't have a college degree. I don't have people. I don't have a husband. I'm single. How can I go out there and make a meaningful impact? And I lived in that lens for so many years, and all I saw was lack. And I found circles. You know how they say misery loves company? I found those people that were in the same circle, and that's all we could talk about. And none of us ever left that circle until until I found my strengths. But for the sake of this conversation, what is a weakness, right? Because so many people talk about, well, I have a weakness. Well, a weakness is a lack of skill, knowledge, or talent. So perhaps you don't have this skill. Imagine you're going into a career and they have everybody at the cubicles doing the exact same thing. Well, they're trying to teach you a skill and they all want you to have the same skill. They teach you knowledge, but the talent is always going to be very diverse. So when we look at a weakness and you're looking at yourself and you're saying, I just can't seem to do that. Well, I want you to think this might be why you're stuck. But there's also three types of people in this world that I want you to think of. And there's the person that wants to do something, but they feel so confused because they don't know where to begin. And then we have the person in the middle who knows what they should be doing, but fear is holding them back and they feel frustrated and stuck. Right? Sometimes that could be us. And then there's the third person that says, I've done the work and I know who I am and I'm living a fulfilled life. And that's where you should be living. So, I lived in those other levels for so many years, but I just didn't understand until now I understood through John Maxwell that we can achieve so much more, but we have to know who we are, but we also have to believe in ourselves. So the conventional approach to personal development always consists of this: identifying improvement areas, developing an improvement plan. And that is good, but that's not enough. That's not the only path. And that's what I'm here to show you. So Donald Clifton, he is a psychologist and he is the founder of Clifton Strengths. Gallup is essentially the company. So Donald Clifton had gone to war and he came back and he said, all I've seen is so much tragedy, disaster. What is good in humanity? And he started to look at books and he realized all that I see in these books is just finding what's wrong with people. We have the antidote to fix what's wrong with people. And then he says, what will happen when we think about what is right with people rather than fixating on what is wrong with them? And if we're honest, sometimes, we can get around people, or even sometimes the church will say, there's a lot of stuff wrong with you. Let's fix you right away. But we never really focus on what is right with you. What are your gifts? What is your contribution to this body? And that's what I'm here to show you. So everyone has talents, but not all will use them. And I love this scripture that Jesus tells us in the parables of the talent is that we have three individuals. And I want to share with you. The parable teaches us that the master went away and he gave everybody talents. Well, the first man, he buried his talent. We could see it here. Thanks to ChatGPT, was able to create an image for me. But this man buried his talent not because he didn't know it, but because he was afraid. He was afraid of rejection. He was afraid of multiplying. He was like, who's going to use this? What impact can I make? My master is away. I'd rather just bury it. And sometimes that's what we're doing with our talents that the Lord has given us. We're taking them and we're stashing them away for a later use. And then we have the second man who used his 2 talents and multiplied it to 4. Okay, so now we start to see he found value in himself. He started to add value to people. He started to understand that when I use it, opportunities attract me, they find me. People want to hear that story, that song on my heart. Remember we talked about in the beginning? That's what people start to get used to. They start to enjoy is that, wow, he's adding value. He's a world changer. And then we have the third man. The third man used his 5 talents and multiplied it to 10. Do we see a pattern here? Do we see that when you use your talents, your God-given talents, there is an acceleration, there is a multiplication. If you've heard the word 10x, it's here in the scripture. And that's why it's so important for you to not focus on your weaknesses, but to focus on your talents, AKA your strengths, because that's where you're going to find the multiplication in your business, your ministry, the transformation. It's found in that. It's never going to be found in you being afraid and burying them in the ground. And that's what the Lord wanted us to know. If Jesus is talking about it, that means it's important to him. Let's dive in a little bit further. So what is a talent? According to Clifton Strengths, they determine that a talent is a naturally recurring pattern of thought, feeling, or behavior that can be productively applied. So I want you to think about that for a moment. I want you to think about how this is so natural. You think about this every day. It's just a part of your DNA. And that's why most people dismiss it. They're like, me? Special? Me being an activator, me being a great communicator, me having empathy? Nah, that's just what I do. But guess what? That's the secret sauce. You're the world's hidden secret. You're the best hidden secret that people need to know. When you show up with your talents, this is how transformation begins. And this is what a lot of people don't understand. So, do you ever wonder why you make certain choices? Do you ever wonder why you do what you do? Do you ever wonder why you are better at some things than others? Do you wonder why you struggle with doing certain things? It's a lack of a talent. That's when you start to see the weaknesses. Do you ever wonder why you admire others? Have you ever asked yourself, oh my gosh, how does she do it? It's so effortless. Have you ever wondered why people just can get up and have this tremendous keynote, or why people are so good at just building relationships? I know, right? Well, guess what? There's a talent behind it. And according to Clifton Strengths, when we look at the island of Madagascar, the chances of someone having your top 5 Clifton Strengths is 1 in 33 million. This is a true statistic. It is equivalent to the island of Madagascar. Does anybody like to travel? I know I do. Imagine that you go to Madagascar. We send you on a plane right now. The Lejulus team sends you on a trip. They're like, oh, wait a minute. They send you on a trip and they say, you're going to go to Madagascar, and you land. And I want you to visualize that you are getting off that plane and you know that God has sent you there and you have a mission, you have a message on your heart, but there is no one in there that has the same top 5 strengths as you do. Can we begin to see impact? Can we begin to see how you're so unique? How Psalm 139:10 says, fearfully and wonderfully made. This is not just a gimmick. It's not just a hype conversation. This is real. They have the data to prove it, that the chances of someone having the top 5 strengths, which I'll get into in a minute to describe it, is 1 in 33 million. In a country, a world of 8 billion people, 1 in 33 million. Speaking of Orlando, there is not 33 million people in Orlando. So when I walk into a coffee shop, when you walk into a coffee shop, when you walk into Target in Texas, you can understand that no one is going to have that natural recurring thought like you do. And this is what begins to set you apart. So when the Bible tells us that we are set apart, created on purpose for a purpose, that means that begins to tell you that, wait a minute, there's an assignment that only I can complete. And remember, I want you to think about also is that your gifts and talents are the blueprint for whatever vision you have. And one of the things that I want to share with you is when I was going through a season of depression, the Lord came to me in a dream, because he always speaks to me in dreams, and he showed me what I could be. And in that moment, I was like, I think you have the wrong person, God. But the thing about God is that he shows us who we can be when we're at our lowest. So when we get to that mountaintop, we don't forget who got us there, that it was him. And we can now say, oh, you had this plan all along. Even when I didn't see it for myself, you had a plan and you gave us gifts and talents to back up that plan. And when I discovered my gifts and talents, oh my gosh, I cried and I said, I've been this woman all along. And I was denying her because I'm waiting for the qualifiers, the credentials. Sometimes you know how we say your worth is not found in your net worth. Sometimes we wait for the money to come along to say, I've arrived, I'm qualified. My friend, that's not true. You're not going to find it there. You need to start in advance with who has the Lord created you to be. And that's where you're going to find your fulfillment. So let's talk about a spiritual gift. It is a God-given ability to believers by the Holy Spirit to fulfill God's purpose, build up the church, and serve others with impact, power, and love. Let's talk about it for a minute. If you look at the church today, I'll use my church in specific. We have teachers. I never saw myself as a teacher. I've taken a poll. Did you ever see yourself as a teacher? Did you want to be an educator? They said absolutely not. But all of a sudden they find themselves in a place where they're discovering, I'm a teacher. I have a special anointing. I'm a leader. I have a gifting to administrate, to help the church figure out how to balance their budget. And that's a gift that is given to us. And when we receive that gift, I want you to know it's not just for the elite. It's for you too. And that's where we get lost, is we say, oh, only the person on the platform, only the person teaching, only the person that their name constantly gets called over and over. That's the person. That's the one that's the most spiritual here. And that's not true, because we start to see the gifting in different people, but you have to have an eye to be able to discover it. So I want you to know, as leaders, you are most effective when you can be authentic, because you are adding value to people. And like John Maxwell says, you can't give people what you don't have. I know it's popular to say fake it till you make it, but the truth is that you're going to burn yourself out, or people are going to ask you more of that, of what you're presenting. And then you're going to realize, this is all I have for you. I don't have anything else, because it's not genuine to you and it's not authentic. And I've learned that in my leadership walk, is that I want to be as effective as possible, but it starts with identifying, what are my gifts? What are my talents? What is the voice? What is God giving me to fix? What is the problem on this earth that I'm called to solve? So let's dive into 3 ways to discover your gift. I want you to think about what comes to you naturally. Are you a great communicator? Do you have empathy beyond normal standards? Does it come to you so easily that others ask you how you do that? And I want to share with you, let's pause with empathy. I know so many women that have the gift of empathy and also the strength. And guess what happens? They label themselves as crybabies. I'm just such a crybaby. I cry for everything. You're not a crybaby. You have empathy. The Lord has given you empathy to serve others that are in need. Or we have the person like Joel Osteen. He's positive. He's happy-go-lucky. He gets bashed. Why? Because he has the gift of exhortation, because he has positivity as a strength, because he sees the cup full. His cup is overflowing. So when we start to understand that people are going to operate a certain way, it's because it comes to them naturally. That is their assignment. So what do people consistently come to you for help? I want you to really think about that. These are genuine answers. When I coach somebody, I am genuinely asking this. What do people consistently come to you for help? Where do you add value to people? This is where transformation begins. And you might say, I don't know, I haven't figured that out yet. Well, we can help you. I can help you. But I want you to think about just something so simple as teaching someone how to read the Bible. Something so simple as maybe even helping someone get organized. Maybe and that would be a strategic strength. Maybe something so simple as just learning how to build relationships, being a good listener. So when do you feel most energized? Ask yourself, what are you doing? Does it feel like purpose and passion colliding in a beautiful harmony? When you get on that microphone or when you get on YouTube, Facebook, and you're talking to your people, does it light you up? Did you feel like you're walking in purpose? Like, God, I'm so glad you created me for this. That's how I feel. That's how I feel right now. And that's how I've been feeling since I discovered my gifts and my strengths. Because for so long, like I mentioned, you go backwards and you're just looking to see what everybody else is doing, but you have to discover the gift within because that's where your alignment begins. And I could tell you one thing, since we're talking about wealth, our gifts and our talents affect our money decisions, our financial decisions. I'm going to prove this to you. People that are strategic on a Friday, when they get paid, guess what they're doing? They are either an investor or a consumer. The investor is taking money and putting it away. The consumer is saying, I'm going to go and shop. If you have positivity as a strength on a Friday, you want to go and you want to go out to dinner, you want to go hang out, you want to go spend that money. It's summertime. You want to go and have ice cream like I have every single day. That's my confession. But that's what happens when you have these talents, or if you have empathy as a gift or a talent, guess what happens? When you see the commercials of donate to this country that needs your money, or maybe a friend in need says, I want to help, I'm in need. The empathy consumes you and you say, I got to help this person. My money is ready to flow in this direction. If you have the gift of giving, you're always ready to give money. It doesn't hurt you. You don't think twice. You're not strategically thinking. You're not analytical. You're just like, how can I meet this need? You see how your money starts to tie in with your gifts and your talents? It's such a God-given science. It's such a beautiful thing that God has called us to do. And they also show up in your careers, in your workplace, in your communities. And there's so many people that have come to me that said, I just hate my job. And I'm like, you're out of alignment. It's not just a catchy phrase. It's true. You're just out of alignment. You're not supposed to be there. So when you feel most energized, you want to ask yourself, do I feel like I'm in perfect alignment? Do you feel confident? Do you feel set on fire? And FYI, your talents and your gifts also apply to your relationships. So let's wrap this up. So your gifts and talents, let's take a look at them. We have teacher, we have shepherd. These are just a few. These are not the full spectrum. We have the teacher, the shepherd, the empathy, a person with empathy, mercy, discernment, administration. I want you to look at how they go hand in hand, how they run parallel. How the teacher, she has to have a talent of communication because she's going to be effective. How the shepherd could have positivity because we're looking at Joel Osteen. How the person with empathy is strategic. How the person with mercy says, oh my gosh, you're in a really terrible place. Let me use my developer talent to get you out of that place to a better place. How about the person with discernment? They're now deliberative. They're seeing the risk. They're saying, wait a minute, there's some red flags popping up here. My discernment, my Holy Spirit discernment is telling me we're not going to do that. Look at the person with administration. This is the person that says, okay, church, I'm coming in to maximize. You guys have money that you're not managing correctly. Let me help you maximize this and get this to a better place. And we can sit here and go back and forth and switch it up from left to right, swapping all the different talents and gifts. But now you see how they run parallel. They're cohesive. They complement each other. And ladies and gentlemen, that is where our power is found. And that's why Jesus was so persistent on us knowing our gifts and talents, so much so that he said those that didn't use it were called evil, lazy, and wicked. Talk about Jesus, where is your PR team? Because you can't say that. But if he said it, it's because he meant it and he wanted us to know he means business. So we're going to wrap up here. So we just talked about discovering your gifts. So what does it mean to you? This is the coaching framework that we use at Gallup. And I could tell you, all of our Gallup coaches, we genuinely love what we do because we believe in our work. We believe in really calling people into their assignment. So I want you to name it. What does this gift or talent mean to you? You want to write it down. What does this mean? How do I show up in the world? Like when I have this gift of empathy, what does this mean? God, I'm a vessel. I'm here to change lives. I'm here to listen. I'm here to hug and encourage people. But I want you to also claim it. When you start to see that these gifts are in your life, I want you to be confident. I want you to say, this is me. I don't want you to go back and bury it like the one with the one talent, because I've seen people that have discovered their gifts and strengths and they're just like, yeah, not right now. I'm going to put that to the side. And those that claim it go into the 5X, the 10X. But I also want you to claim the value that you bring to others. Be unapologetic. When I teach masterminds on becoming a person of influence, I always tell people, own your influence because that's where your impact begins. That's where you start to change lives. And last but not least, I want you to aim it. I want you to take this gift and strength, and I want you to think of like an airplane. And I don't know how to create airplanes, but if I can just for the sake of it, imagine this is an airplane. When you come into a room, I want you to be so intentional to use them because I want you to think there is an achieved desire achieved outcome every time I use my gifts and strengths. So think about you're walking into a room and you say, I'm a maximizer. I'm a great communicator. I'm going to aim those babies. And that's where the confidence is. But if you don't think that you are and you're saying, I kind of wish I had other gifts and talents. Like, why didn't this report show that I was a great communicator, or that I have positivity? I think I'm a happy person. The Clifton Strength Science is positive psychology. When you take this assessment, which I can provide links, it's going to tell you who you are and who you're really not. But don't get caught up in the trap of, I wish it looked more like somebody else on this screen. I wish I could be like her. You don't want that. You want to be you and you want to be authentic. So if you want to connect with me, you're welcome to visit me at my website, coachmemichaela.com. I am on Instagram, the Michaela Salinas. I'm always posting on there in my stories. I'm always teaching. I'm adding value. I'm providing. I'm helping you change your life. If you want to email me, coachmemichaela@gmail.com. You can take a screenshot of it. And if you want to work with me, scan the QR code. There are several ways to work with me. I do purpose coaching. I do business coaching. I do Clifton Strengths coaching, help you discover your gifts. And yeah, that's who I am. So I hope this was valuable for you. I hope that it impacted you. I hope that you feel activated. And just like I mentioned in the beginning, if you felt that stirring, run with it because the Lord wants to do something in your life. God bless.
Wow, wow, wow. This was so awesome. Thank you so much, Michaela. And this is exactly what happened when you discover your gifts. When you discover your gifts, your purpose in life, you definitely start to make impact yourself. And again, this was great information. I did learn a lot, and I hope it's the same for everyone else. And again, if you are just joining us, my name is CJ, and I'm one of your hosts for today. This is the 5th Annual Wealth and Health Expo. We still have a lot more keynote speakers to bring on, and I'm going to welcome my co-host again, Ms. Lejulus. Please take it away. We did have a few more people joining us. Let us know where you're joining us from. And again, if you have any questions for Michaela, please put it in the chat. Those questions will be answered for you in the end. Sorry, go ahead, Florida.
All right. Well, thank you so much again. You know what I want us to do? Rather than everyone just saying where they're from, how about you guys put your flags? What country are you from? Right? If you're in the United States, it's a melting pot already. If you're from Florida, you know that's where all the Caribbean folks reside. So go ahead and drop some flags in the chat so we can know exactly where you're from. All right, so while you guys do that, I am going to introduce our next speaker. She is a powerhouse in healthcare that is bringing us over 18 years of experience. She is someone who believes that wellness is not just a goal, it's a lifestyle. All right, she has a master's in health service administration from the University of Florida. Go Knights! And a passion for holistic health and fitness. She is on a mission to empower thousands to achieve a better quality of life. Let's give a large virtual round of applause for Miss Kedna Lejulus. Take it away, Miss Kedna.
Wow, wow, wow. This is amazing. Thank you, Clarina, for a great introduction. I couldn't say it any better. Guys, can we just give it up for Michaela? She did an amazing job. Like, come on, give it up in the chat. Let's clap for her. She did really good. All right. So today's Saturday. I mean, it's hot in Florida, and I'm sure it's really hot in Texas. So, guys, are you drinking your water? Please tell me. So, if you're drinking your water, if you've been hydrated this morning, or this afternoon, type H2O in the chat. I want to see H2O. If you're drinking your water, type H2O or the water emoji. I want to see it in the chat. If not, take a break, go grab some water because we want to make sure you are drinking your. I got mine right here. Can you see it? It's a big bottle. So I'm making sure I'm staying hydrated, and I want you to also stay hydrated as well because it's really, really hot and we do not want to experience lightheaded or be dizzy or anything like that. So we want to stay hydrated. All right, so I'm sharing my slide. Can you guys see my slide? If you can see my slide, let me see a number 8 on the chat. So I want to make sure you can see my slide. All right, awesome. Thank you. So guys, I'm gonna start without any further ado. Chloe and I did a great job introducing me. I am passionate about health. I'm passionate about healthy living. So today, my topic is live stronger, live longer. The benefits of living a healthy lifestyle. All right, so let's get started. Why is a healthy lifestyle matters, you may ask? Who cares? Like a lot of people say, I'm gonna die anyways, why should I even matter trying to live healthy? Well, it matters because it enhances overall quality of life. You want to live strong, you want to live healthy, you don't want to just live long and unhealthy, like miserable, but you want to live healthy, you want to be vibrant, you want to have a vibrant life, you want your life to be, you get up and go with no pain, you get up and go with no, struggle, no knee pain and stuff like that. So that's why it matters because it affects everything about your life. What is a healthy lifestyle? Like when people talk about healthy lifestyle, what comes to your mind? Like what type in the chat. I want to see what comes to your mind when people say healthy lifestyle. I know for some people, automatically they think of money. Some people was like, okay, that's a lot of money. I can't afford it. But what comes to your mind when people say healthy lifestyle? Like, do you think of money? Do you think of food with no taste or a lot of exercise? I just want to know what's in your mind today. What comes to your mind? I'm looking at the chat. I don't see anything. What comes to your mind when you think of healthy lifestyle? Okay, no drinking water. Stress-free. Okay. All right. Well, when I was younger, when people say healthy lifestyle, I just automatically think it was expensive, especially when I was very new, like in my 20s, in college, I'm like, I'm a college student. Who cares about healthy lifestyle? I just want to survive, and make it through school. But now I'm all getting older, I'm like, it's really not that bad. Like healthy lifestyle, it's not just physical. It's not like going to the gym and spend 10 hours in the gym, but it's also include nutrition, having a balanced nutrition, sleeping, getting enough sleep, managing your stress and also avoiding harmful habits. What are those habits? Like drinking, smoking. Those are considered unhealthy habits. Okay. So why choose a healthy lifestyle? What are the statistics? Well, statistics shows that choosing a healthy lifestyle, it will reduce healthcare costs. Healthcare costs is expensive, guys. Like the last time I checked, 2023, they did a research, and in the U.S. we are spending we in the trillion. We like 33 trillion dollar in healthcare costs. That's a lot of money. And although we're spending that much money, but people are still dying. So meaning we are not doing a good job. You know what I'm saying? We're spending money. People are in so many medication, like 10 medication, one medication for headache, one medication to function the heart, one medication to keep my sugar level at a base. So many medication. We spending so much money, but that does not help because people are still dying, and we are still the worst in healthcare, and people living longer in this country comparing to other country. Also, choosing a healthy lifestyle, it increased life expectancy. People who choose a healthy lifestyle, research shows that they are more likely to live longer, which is like 14 years longer than those who doesn't. That's more than a decade, living longer than those who doesn't embrace a healthy lifestyle. So those are the reason. Also, choosing a healthy lifestyle reduce the risk of chronic disease. They're also known as non-communicable disease. Those are cancers, like not all type of cancers, but some of the cancers, diabetes, type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular, like, heart attack, stroke, and chronic respiratory disease. Those are the disease that choosing a healthy lifestyle, you reduce your risk of developing those kind of disease. Okay, so those chronic disease, we all know that they are the leading cause of death in the world. Not accident. Those are the disease. And the thing about those diseases, they can be prevented. Not all of them, but most of them can be prevented. And also, they are not disease that can be transferred through blood or anything like that, but they can be managed. They can be prevented if we choose a healthy lifestyle. If we choose to live life and exercise, eating the right food, managing your stress. Because a lot of those things, believe it or not, they are due to stress, they are due to diet, like the food you're eating, lack of exercise. It's all a combination of things that lead to those kind of disease. And those chronic disease, they're leading cause of mortality in the world, which killing about 41 million, guys. That's a lot of people, 41 million each year, which equivalent to 71%. That's more than 50% worldwide. I don't know for you, but for me, like, that's a lot of people. Over 50% of people dying due to, non-communicable disease like chronic disease that can be prevented. I mean, to me, that's a big number that needs to be studied. That's something that should awake awake people like, hey, I don't want to be part of the statistic. I don't want my family to be part of the statistic. What can I do to make sure that I live longer and my family live longer? Okay, so let's go to the next slide. Okay, the living a healthy lifestyle also have other benefits, not just, hey, I'm living longer, but physical benefits, your physical health benefits. Like, for example, it boosts your immunity. Immunity is, God bless us with our own immunity that help us fight disease. But when we're not eating healthy, we're not exercising, our immune system can become very weak where it's not able to do the job that it was created to do. And also, physical other benefits is improve your heart health, like your heart. Exercise help your heart to function better. And also, we have that it helps maintain a healthy weight. There's no other way to maintain a healthy weight. Exercise is part of it. It's nice you taking that medication, or you doing those lost weight things on the those commercial of things to lose weight, but the best and natural way is really to exercise. And also, like we mentioned before, physical health benefits include reducing risk of chronic disease. All right, the next benefit is mental health benefits. I mean, this world, we're dealing with so many mental illness. Did you know that choosing a healthy lifestyle, like exercise, eating the right food, sleeping well, can also help your mental health? You know, it reduces stress and anxiety. It improves your mental clarity. Also, it boosts your self-esteem. It lowers the risk of depression. Who would have thought? Like, but believe it or not, there are foods you eat that also lead to mental or depression or just, you know, mental cloudiness and stuff. So you want to make sure that, you know, the food you eat, exercise, sleeping well. Because I know for me, when I don't sleep well, like I get very irritated. I don't know for you guys, but you know, lack of sleep can lead to a lot of things. You're not thinking right. You are frustrated. Everybody's getting on your nerve. You are very moody. You know, just because you didn't sleep. Can you imagine? Like everything really connect to our health. And the next benefit we're going to cover is emotional and social benefits. Like emotional and social benefits, you enhance relationship and your communication. Choosing a healthy lifestyle also, it increase energy and productivity. Like when you look at the picture, I mean, it's just a nice picture. Everybody's laughing, you know, they're taking selfie, people are drinking water, that's a water bottle, and you see they have a yoga mat. Like people are happy when they living healthy. I don't know anyone that live a healthy lifestyle that is not happy. I don't know. I haven't met that person, you know. I have not. And also it improves your self-image, you know. The healthier you are, the more fit you are, the more confident you become. You know, it's not a rocket science. It's just, you know, you feel good, you look good, or vice versa, you know. And also promote a sense of purpose and fulfillment. You know, if you're not healthy, of course you don't feel like doing anything. You feel, you know, you don't feel confident to start anything, or you just don't feel like you're good enough to even start because inside, or you have some kind of pain, you have some kind of illness, or maybe, you know, you're a little bit overweight, or whatever the issue may be. You're not going to have that confidence. You're not going to have that purpose to fulfill things that you are made to fulfill on this earth. All right. So, guys, we are getting very close to the end. So, this is one of my favorite slides of this presentation. Take a screenshot of it because you're going to need it. So, I'm going to go over 5 practical tips for healthy living. This is the action plan, guys. If you forget everything that I just said, please remember this slide. Take a screenshot. Please go ahead and take a screenshot. You may not need it now, but you may need it later on. Even if you don't need it, you can share it with a friend or family member. 5 practical tips. You know, nothing is hard. It's very simple. This is what I live by or try to live by most of the time. It's really 5 little steps. It's not hard. First is to eat a balanced diet. What is a balanced diet? We're not talking about, you know, processed food, sugar, chips, snack. No, we're talking about healthy foods, like real food, you know, whole unprocessed foods. We're talking about fruits, real fruits. We're talking about vegetable, real vegetable, not things being processed or modified, things like that. But we're talking about real food, guys, like a real bananas, not something they told you that is banana, but you cannot see that it's banana. Or they tell you, oh, this is spinach, but it doesn't look like spinach and it, it doesn't taste like spinach. So when we say about eat a balanced diet, we're talking about, you know, make sure you eating your vegetable, make sure you eating your fruits, make sure you eating your proteins and whole grains, like real food. Get enough sleep, get adequate sleep. We're looking at 7 to 8 hours a night. Are you guys getting at least 7 hours? Let me see the chat. I'm looking at the chat. Please, if you're getting 7 hours of sleep at least, please give me a thumbs up on the chat. I want to see who's actually getting 7 hours of sleep, who's actually getting enough sleep. I don't see anything, nothing in the chat. Okay, I wish. Okay, anybody else? Okay, so guys, this is a no judging zone. You know, we're not gonna judge you today because we all learning. I'm learning, you learning. We all want to do better. That's why we're here to help you. So, according to the health recommendation, they want us to sleep. Like if you're an adult, you have to sleep 7 to 8 hours. That's the minimum. Of course, you can sleep more, which is better. But as of today, let's try to get at least 7 hours, you know, 7 to 8 hours. You need sleep just like you need nutrition. Just like you need food to survive, we need sleep to survive, because that's how our body renew itself. Like our brain, our physical body, that's when it reset itself, like get rid of the old cells, and then, renew, rejuvenate itself. So if you're not sleeping, not only not sleeping lead to aging, but also you are not thinking right, you are not being productive mentally. It affects a lot of part of your body that you don't even know. Of course, we'll go more into details in next webinar we're going to have in sometime in October. But now the goal is really try to get at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night, because you need sleep as much that you need nutrition. Exercise regularly is the third step. Okay, how much exercise we need? We're looking at 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. Is that doable? Of course it is. There's 24 hours in the day, taking 30 minutes for yourself. It's doable. Remember, guys, self-care is important. You put in yourself, you taking 30 minutes out of the day to exercise. That's saying, hey, I love myself enough to invest in me. Because if you keep pouring on other people's cup, like imagine you have 24 hours in the day and you gave 20, you slept 4 hours. So you giving people 20 hours and only 4 hours for you. It's like you're pouring into other people's cup, but your cup is empty, it's dry. So out of the 24 hours, take 30 minutes. We're not saying 7 days a week. If you want to do 7 days, you can, but the recommendation is 5 days. 5 days a week, try to do 30 minutes of exercise. I guarantee you're going to see it different. The way you think, you're going to have more mental clarity, and also you're going to feel more energized. You're not going to wake up feeling like you confused or your mental fog, like you cannot think right, you frustrated, you irritated. Believe me, guys, exercise is important as much as sleep. Everything is kind of connected together, guys. And then the next thing is stay hydrated. We mentioned that at the beginning of the presentation. Water is one of the cheapest beverage I know on this planet. I don't know if anything else. If you know anything else, please put it in the chat. But water is the most cheapest, the cheapest thing, cheapest beverage you're gonna find on this planet Earth. Guys, I can't stress this enough. Please drink your water. If you live in, today, if anything you can do out of all the 5 practical tips I'm showing you, if you can fill up a bottle of water and start drinking it, that's a start. That's a start. The recommendation is 3.7 liters for men and then 2.7 liters of fluid for women. That is not a lot of water, so start filling those water. My water bottle is like 64 ounce, I believe 2.4, a little bit 2.3, I believe, liters. So every morning I fill it up, and as you guys can see, it has marking. So it kind of motivate me to keep going. Like I wake up in the morning and say, good morning, So I start drinking, and then have I get through the middle of the day and say, don't give up, almost finished. And then at 9 p.m. it say, you did it. So of course that motivate me. So every time I look at it, I'm like, where am I today? Oh, it say, keep chugging. So I'm keep, sipping on my water bottle, So the first thing you have to do is fill it up. If you fill it up, I guarantee you're going to drink it. So the first step is fill up that water bottle. Stay hydrated. You need water. Our body need water to function. Believe it or not, like our joints, every part of our body need water. Water is essential as much as nutrition, guys. Get your water. Last but not least, manage your stress. How do you manage your stress? Is it possible to not have any stress at all? Of course not. Somehow the way this world made, or the way life is, you're gonna have a little bit of stress, maybe one day, but it's impossible to live your life with no stress at all. The goal is not to get rid of it, or I don't know how to, if you know how to get rid of stress or not to have stress at all, please let me know. But the goal today is manage your stress level. Whatever level of stress of you have, try to manage it. How do you do that? You can practice meditation, like, some people pray. Like, I know for me, like if I feel stressful, I will put some worship music and I feel a lot better. Or maybe go for a walk, or start looking at all the good thing God done for you, because sometimes we can become so ungrateful and start, oh man, I pray about this, it didn't happen, this person did that to me, that person did that to me. But if you switch your mind and start, saying thank you for all the good things that's going on in your life, sometimes that really help. So start a gratitude journal. I know that really help, because sometimes our mind is structured to always think of the bad. But if we condition your mind to start thinking of the good things, start being grateful for the good things going on good in your life, then that's one way of managing your stress. And also, people, things that are becoming a trigger to your stress, to your stress level, get rid of them or keep them at base. If it's like maybe social media, every time you get on social media, you feel like your life is, your life amount to nothing, or you feel like, what am I doing with my life? Or this person make me feel that, I have nothing to offer. Stop, unfollow these people, unfollow them, delete them. Anyone texting you anytime, of the day, making you feel stressful or whatever it is, manage your stress. Do what you got to do to live healthy, to manage your stress, to keep your stress at a level where you are healthy or functional. All right, guys, another call. Go ahead and take a screenshot. This is the action plan for today. Please take a screenshot because you're going to need it. You can share it with your friend because it's 5 simple tips you can start doing today, not tomorrow, not next month. All right, another important slide is that slide. So that slide is important because it doesn't make sense. It wouldn't make sense if I tell you all this important information and you have no way of contacting me. So I want you to live here today not feeling alone, but feeling that you've gained a community. You've gained someone that you can come to for whatever question you have. Well, let me put this out there. I'm not a medical doctor, guys. I don't want you to think I am. It's a disclaimer. I'm not a medical doctor, but I'm very knowledgeable about the topic I'm talking about, and I can find the answer for you. So go ahead and take a screenshot. You can scan the QR code. We have a community where everyone welcome. It doesn't matter if your skin color, it doesn't matter where you're from, it doesn't matter your body size, it doesn't matter your age, everybody welcome in this community. In this community, what we do is we have different challenges, like health challenges. Like this month, we working on plank. I don't know, plank. Like it's a exercise that help you with your core and also your back muscles and your hip. So this challenge is very challenging, okay? But every time you see someone post something, it motivates you to go ahead and do your challenge for the day, or like if you see someone exercising, oh man, I forgot to exercise today. So it motivates you. So the community really help us to stay healthy. It's like a group of people that share the same value. We motivate one another, we empower one another. So it's good to stay in community. So go ahead and scan the QR code so you can be part of this community. Guys, it's really free. There's no, small print to it. It's free. So also you can contact me on social media with my handle, Kedna Lejulus, or Kedna Lej. And then my email is wholefitwellness@gmail. And also you can find me on my website, www.wholefitwell.com. So basically, we started coaching people. So if that's something you're interested in, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Whatever question you have today about how do I start, where do I start, don't hesitate. Reach out to me. I will respond. I believe me. And also Discord, guys. I wanted to leave you guys with Discord. It said, "Take care of your body. It is the only place you have to live," by Jim Rohn. A very, very powerful quote. I love it. It's straightforward. Really, we are not given another body. God is not going to give you another body. Once you get to heaven, that's another story. But as we on earth, the way you treat your body, that's how it's going to respond back to you. If you trash your body, then don't expect it to carry you on for the long run. You know what I'm saying? So start today. Start investing in your health. So you guys, giving you another second to scan the QR code, take a picture, because that's the only way. That's how you're going to contact me if you have any questions. Going once, going twice, go.
Awesome. All right.
All
Wow.
right. So we all coming to a close. Guys, healthy lifestyle, it's not rocket science. It is one of the best investment you can ever made in your life because it's impact your overall well-being, from your physical health, your mental health, emotional, every type of your body, any type of your wellness, anything that kind of connects your wellness, it impacted. It offers, benefit like physical, like we mentioned before, mental, economic, and social and emotional benefits. All those are benefits simply by embracing a healthy lifestyle, which is so easy. You can start today. Healthy lifestyle, it impact your energy level and prevent disease and affect your overall quality of life. This is the way to go, guys. There's no other way. Don't believe in those medication, or those things you saw on TV, or how to lose weight, this and that. If you're not eating healthy, if you're not exercising, I don't care what kind of medication you're taking, you're gonna lose the weight and you're gonna gain it. I'm sorry, but this just the fact, the truth. That's what science saying. You need to exercise, you need to sleep well, and you need to do physical activity. Guys, this was it for today. This was just an appetizer. Honestly, this was just an appetizer. If you want more, you got my information. Please reach out to me. Also stay in the loop because we have another webinar coming up where we're gonna talk a little bit more. We're gonna go more into details. We're gonna have a panel where people can ask questions because 20 minutes is not enough to talk about health. We have so much going on when it comes to healthy lifestyle, healthy living. Please drink your water. It was nice. It was a pleasure to talk to you guys today. I hope that I was able to serve you well today. So thank you again for taking the time to hang out with us today. And hey, stay hydrated, drink that water. God bless.
All right, definitely. Thank you so much, Edna. This was very informative, very powerful. Definitely drink your water, stay hydrated, and get some sleep and exercise.
Yes.
I only get 4 to 5 hours. Hey, don't judge me. I'm working on it. I know my body has been screaming uh, for for some more sleep, but I'm working on it, and it's going to happen. But definitely, this was extremely powerful. Thank you once again, Ketna. Definitely find your purpose. If you were just joining this expo, this is the 5th annual Wealth and Health Expo by the LejulusExpo.com. Definitely go to the Lejulus Expo, sign up for the newsletters so that you're always in the know for the next time we have an event, next time we having some good stuff, so you always know what's going on. Once again, thank you for joining us, each and every one of you who's live joining us right now. You could have been anywhere, but you are here with us. We appreciate that, and we thank you for that. We have the next speaker that we're gonna bring on, and again, I'm gonna share the stage with my co-host, Clona Lejulus. Again, keep in mind, guys, I just want to say this, Clona, 1 second. This is the reason why we do this. I see in the chat channels, all the different chat channels that a lot of people are learning from this. This is one of the reasons why we do this. Definitely find your purpose, find your gift, definitely, like Michaela mentioned earlier before. And also a lot of people are learning from what Kedna had shared. This is what impact is. Michaela was able to make an impact on quite a few people, including myself. Kedna definitely made an impact, which the reason why I learned something new today from Kedna and from Michaela at the same time. So I encourage you all watching right now, definitely find your purpose, find something, and then go back out into impact. This is why we do this. I'm also going to bring on my co-host, Lejulus, of course. Go ahead and take it on whenever you're ready.
All right, I'm ready. I was totally going to say the same exact thing. It's funny how great minds think alike. We've gotten how to impact the world. Okay. Edna told us how to preserve our bodies while we're impacting the world. She gave us 5 practical steps. I think they were very easy to, think about how we can apply it in our lives and be able to take that and do it. So we're going to continue the trend. Shout outs to our DJ as well. CJ has been doing an amazing job. Every time he puts the song on, I want to dance myself. But we're gonna keep the trend going. We talked about impacting. We talked about preserving our bodies. Next is going to be a man who he literally eats challenges for breakfast, and then he serves solutions for dinner. He's a bold entrepreneur. He's a natural born problem solver and leader. He's someone who's always ready to help people rise above whatever situations that they're currently encountering or having obstacles with. Today, he's going to show us the way to success, right? It only makes sense after those first 2 presentations to learn how to be able to be successful. So let's drop some fire emojis in the chat to welcome Leader Dirisma. The floor is yours.
Wow, 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 wow. I'm excited. Hey, Miss Chloina, thank you for this beautiful introduction. And the DJ, you can go ahead and put the music on for me, my friend. You've been doing an awesome job. Please put some fire emoji for the DJ for me on the chat because the DJ is on fire today. Can you guys hear me? If you can hear me, type something on the chat. Yes, let me know you can hear me clearly because this is the day you have been waiting for. DJ, take it away, my friend. Take it away. Take it away. Put the music on. Go ahead. Take it away. I love the beat. Go ahead. Go ahead.
This is from a special request from Leader Dirisma. We're going to be talking about the first step towards success. I don't want to read it.
One check. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Loud and clear. They say yes, they can hear me. All right, studio, they say yes, they can hear me. I don't know why you can hear me. All right, my studio say they couldn't hear me. I don't know why, but you can hear me. Thank you so much. Again, this is your friend Leader Dirisma, and this is awesome because the Lejulus, they want to impact people. They want to bring value to your life. And 5 years now, this is awesome, and I'm impressed with the lineup they have. So all the speakers have been awesome. Miss Kidna just did a good job. Miss Michaela, I'm learning so much. And I'm grateful for this opportunity to serve you. Again, I humbly thank the Lejulus for this opportunity to serve you today in this great platform. I also want to give all the glory to God. Thank you. And yes, okay, thank you, studio. All right. So let me make this clear. I am not a therapist. So I'm going to talk about a subject. I want everyone to know that I'm not a therapist. Everything that I'm going to talk about today is because of God's favor, not because I'm better than you. Some of them I learned from books, from business and life experiences. I'm still learning, I'm still growing in this area, okay? But if you take them seriously, okay, and apply them, they can make great difference in your life. They can impact your life. So I encourage you to take some notes and let's get going, okay? So because they are laws, they are not just something we just say. They are laws and principles that govern success. I wish to warn you, okay? Listen carefully. I wish to warn you not to use them lightly. Only use them for good because they can work either way. So only use what you're going to hear today, you're going to learn. Only use them for good because they can work either way. So I would like to start with a question. Have you ever felt like, have you ever felt like you can do more in life? Anybody? Let me go ahead and share my screen while you put on this on the chat. Let me know if you ever feel like you can do more. Do you have any winner here? Any champ? Any champ right here? Let me know. If you ever feel like you can do more in life. All right. Okay, let's get this correct. Thank you. Yes, same here. Sometimes I feel like I can do 100 times better. Okay, thank you, studio. I feel like I can do 100 times better, but sometimes something holds us back. We don't know what it is. We're gonna discover it today. You have big goals, big ideas, vision, but you don't know how and when to start. Let me tell you, my friend, you are not alone. I know what it is like to be defeated, but I also know what it is to overcome the obstacles. If you are committed to life of success, please give us your full attention today, and you will not regret it, okay? My goal is to help you to become more action-oriented. That's my goal today. Are you ready, guys? Anybody ready? So if you already put some fire emoji in the chat again, that way you send me a signal that you're ready, because today I want to talk about something very simple, but it is powerful. The first step which will lead us to our topic, the power of taking the first step towards success. The power of taking the first step towards success. Remember, every great journey begins with a small step. Whether you are chasing your dream, learning a new skill, or starting a new business, taking the first step is often, my friend, the hardest. Okay, question. Does anyone here have some big goals or vision? Please put yes on the chat. I would like to know if you have some big goals, some visions, something big you want to do in life. Because I want to make sure I'm speaking to the right crowd. Okay? So, since you have big goal, we can be friends. We can be friends, my friend. If you have big goals, we can be friends. Now, there are a few things I want to cover today. 4 questions we are going to answer. 4 questions. The first question, what is success? Because the topic says the power of taking the first step towards success. What is success? And question 2 we are going to answer is, what is taking the first step important? Why is taking the first step important? Okay, question 3, why don't most people even try to take the first step? Question 4, how to become more action-oriented? These questions, when we answer them, they will help us to discover something new. So let's start with the first question. What is success? I like to go with Earl Nightingale definition. Success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. This emphasizes that success is not just about achieving a goal, but rather the continuous effort and progress toward a meaningful objective. Let us take a look at why is taking the first step is important. The first step can open doors. Doors that you didn't even think that were there. Yes, the first step can make that happen. The first step can create momentum. And momentum is a leader's best friend. Yesterday was the best time to take the first step, my friend. Today is the next best time. So that's why it is important to take the first step, because of timing. Another important point, you gain experience, you gain skills, knowledge. When you take the first step, you gain experience. Some stuff you will learn just by doing it, not from reading the book, not from going to the school, but hands-on. Boot on your feet, that's when you're gonna learn it, my friend. And I can tell you so many things that I learned from taking the first step. I'm going to share a secret with you, and it's going to be a secret. Promise me you're not going to share it with anyone else, because now we're talking about experience. Let me share a secret with you, okay? And don't laugh, it's a secret. I remember right before COVID, I had to go preach in a church. Then, for some reason, I couldn't get my hair done, my haircut on time. So I didn't get a haircut on time. So last minute, you know, all barber closed. Now it's too late. And everybody who knows me, they know I like to be sharp. So I'm thinking it's 9 p.m. and I have to preach tomorrow morning. I'm thinking, what should I do? Because my hair was very messy. So I said, okay, I have to get the job done myself. And guys, I don't know the ladies, but the guys, you know, if you mess up your hair, my friend, you don't want to go anywhere until you fix it. And I have to go preach, guys. And this is the first time I'm going to do this. I said, I have no option is to do my own hair. So to cut my own hair. So I go ahead and start. That's why taking the first step is so important. I got started. I got started, my friend. Guess what? Because I got started, and I will tell you, I made the wrong move. I made the wrong move. There was a big hole in my hair. Now I don't know how to fix it. So let me ask you a question. See, unless I see you laughing, right? Yeah, the ladies won't understand that. Only the guys will understand. Let me ask you a question. Who do you think came to my rescue?
So the wife came to your rescue.
Wife. I had a barber at home. I didn't know that I had a barber at home. So my wife came to my rescue. So together, she did part of it and I did the rest. So, and trust me, guys, it came out perfectly. And I went to the church next day and I preached. And listen, this was very scary because you're on schedule to preach. And it's Saturday night, it's 9 p.m. that everything closed. Now you start doing your hair and you mess it up. You don't know how to fix it. And finally you get it fixed. So what I learned, if I did not take the first step, I would not know that we could do that. And guess what? And COVID hit. Listen to this. COVID hit. Now when COVID hit, I don't want to go to a barber shop now because there's COVID. And I start doing my own hair. And until now, guess what? This haircut, who did it? I still do my hair, my friend. I never been back to a barber shop because COVID stays so long. I get used to it. I get uncomfortable going around too many people. And until now, I still doing my own, I still cutting my own hair. So just to tell you, taking the first step is so crucial. You will not know your potential until you take that risk, my friend. You have to take the big risk. You have to take the big risk. And now I would like to put on the screen for you some of the names, very important names, people, some of them, okay? Just a few. People who took the first step. And some of them, you know them. For example, we have Thomas Edison, a light bulb in 1879, okay? I know there are so many other stories, other people who try to do the light bulb, but for some reason, they didn't stick to it. They were not consistent enough to get good results. So Thomas Edison get most of the reward for it. So 1879, because of his effort, today, we all on Zoom, we can have light so people can see us. Can you imagine doing Zoom without lighting? Huh? Can you imagine that? So Henry Ford, okay? Now we're driving cars. Martin Luther King, civil rights movement, Oprah Winfrey, Barack Obama. I remember when I started college here, I was doing political science. Everybody say, man, what are you crazy? Why are you doing political science? Because you are black. Most black people don't do well in politics and even in law school. So they give me a lot of stories why this not gonna work. I'm on the wrong field. And guess what? Few years later, even though I know I'm an immigrant, I cannot be president here, but few years later, Barack Obama proved them wrong that a black man or black woman can become president in the United States. So he had to take the first step. Elon Musk took the Graham Bell phone. Let me ask you a question, guys. Now, I know this is being broadcast on YouTube. Yes, this being broadcast on YouTube. Let me ask you this question. Do you know, and if you know, you can put it in the chat, what was the first YouTube video title that was on YouTube? What was the first YouTube video? Anybody knows what was the first YouTube video? Let me see. Yes. So you're about to discover something today. And very interesting. YouTube, when these guys start with YouTube, in April 14, 2005, that's like the other day, right? That's like the other day. When they start with YouTube, they create YouTube in February 14. February 14, 2005. The main goal was for people to date. That was the main goal. Guess what? No one posted a video. So I want to tell you, if you are doing something right now, nobody pay attention, don't worry. Make your first step, okay? Take your first step. So no one posted a video. So the co-founder, when you realize nobody posted a video, so what he did, guess what he did? He took the first step himself. Okay, now I want to show you the first YouTube video that was posted. There it is. The title is Me at the Zoo. If you didn't know that today, you know that that was the first YouTube video, and this is the co-founder. Jared Karim is the co-founder. Let me show you that clip quickly.
All right, so here we are in front of the elephants. Cool thing about these guys is that they have really long trunks, and
That is first step.
and that's pretty much all there is to say.
That is first step, my friend. And what I learned from that, I believe when I visit his YouTube channel, he's the co-founder. He posted the first video in April. So YouTube started in February 14, Valentine's. So no one posted any video about dating. So they said, you know what? We have to open we have to open it for anyone else, for anything, any subject. So they open it for any subject. So in April, few months later, the guy posted his first videos. Now YouTube is taking over the world. And imagine if Jared didn't go ahead and post his first video. And you can see that video was not a professional video. He just went to a zoo. It's like someone trying something. Okay, so go ahead. My advice for you today is go ahead, take the first step, my friend, because you don't know how many people you're gonna save. You don't know how many people you're going to impact. And you know the funny thing, this guy who posted the first video, he's not a YouTuber. He's not even continuing to post videos. But his video kept getting views, but other people benefit from it because he took the first step. So there's a mission God has for you. There's a step that you have to take. Maybe you're not gonna be the only, or you're not gonna be 100% benefit from it, but you don't know how many people you are going to impact, my friend. Do we have people here who like to impact lives? Do you like to leave your name behind? Do you like to leave a legacy? Go ahead, take the first step. I know it's scary. I know the first time it involves risks. So go ahead, take the first step. Remember, we said we have 4 questions to answer. What is success? We did answer it. Why is taking the first step is important? Now, let's look at why don't most people even try to take the first step? They don't even try, my friend. They don't even try. The first thing is indecision. There's a guy who said the guy who not decided not supposed to get paid. Indecision, doubt, fear. And talking about fear, you can see on the slideshow in Napoleon Hill book, we put those 6 ghosts of fear for you. Okay, so fear can keep you stagnant. The fear of poverty, the fear of criticism, the fear of ill health, the fear of loss of love, the fear of old age, the fear of death. Which one is tackle you down, my friend? You need to identify. In order to defeat the enemy, you have to identify the enemy. So which one is holding you back? Which fear? Fear of poverty, fear of criticism, fear of ill health, fear of loss of love, fear of old age, fear of death. Which one? Insanity is another reason people don't take action. They don't make the first step. They don't take the first step because they keep doing the same thing over and over. If you keep doing the same thing over and over, my friend, you're still gonna get the same result. And when you expect the same result, we call it insanity. Comfort zone. Some people stay in their comfort zone. Go ahead, take challenge. Speak to new people. Come to a Zoom like this. Okay, get to a conference. When they invite you, don't say no. Do something that will challenge you. Okay, get uncomfortable. We were created to go for challenge, my friend. Procrastination. Tomorrow, next month. Do it today. Don't do it now, do it right now. Coach Sharon is always say that. I love it. Don't do it now, do it right now. Your success blueprint. Listen, I want you to pay close attention right here. If you miss anything I said, pay attention to this. Success blueprint. Why people stay stagnant, they don't take action. Let me give you an example. If a dog is running to bite you, are you gonna stay still or are you going to run? You're going to run, my friend. You're going to run or you're going to hide. You're going to act. Another reason people don't act, they don't take the first step. Sometimes it's not indecision. Sometimes it's not doubt. Sometimes it's not fear. Sometimes it's not insanity. Sometimes it's not comfort zone. Sometimes it's not procrastination. Sometimes it's the way the mind program, the blueprint. There's an author, his name is T. Harv Eker. He talk about money blueprint. Me, I call it success blueprint because success is not just about money. So whatever you want to have success on in life, you create a blueprint for yourself. Sometimes your parents create it when you were young. You don't even know. The society, your friend, the school you attend, all these events in your life create your blueprint. Your blueprint is like the thermostat in your car or in your house for your AC. So if you put your AC on 70, as soon as the AC hit that limit, it's going to stop, my friend. It's going to stop because there is a ceiling. If you're at your work, at your job, the maximum you can get paid is $100 per hour. As soon as you hit that, this is your limit. This is your blueprint. So T. Harv Eker says you can redefine your blueprint by repeating affirmation, by writing down your goals, by visualization, seeing yourself a different person, project a bigger vision of yourself, okay? Have a bigger vision, seeing a bigger you. So you can redefine yourself. You can create a different blueprint for yourself, your success blueprint. That's what keeps a lot of people when they don't make that move. Okay, they are in school. Some people don't study. They are in school, but they don't study. They open business, but they don't make those phone calls. Why they don't make those phone calls? Because they don't believe they can make maybe $250,000 a year. They don't believe that. They don't believe they can be a multi-millionaire because their brain don't believe it. Now their brain will protect them. Listen, your subconscious, your brain will protect you, will keep you safe. That's why most people don't take action. Today, I encourage you to redefine. The good news, we all can reinvent, we can create our blueprint, our success blueprint, our money blueprint. And when we say success, not just money, in any aspect of your life. And low self-esteem and lack of confidence, another reason why people don't take action. Now, how to become more action-oriented, my friend? In the previous slide, everything we say, just act on them, work on them. For example, acknowledge and embrace fear. Fear, you don't try to eliminate fear. No, you act despite of fear. I'm fear, but I still act. I feel shy, but I still act. I'm not ready, I still act. That's what you need to do. You still act even though you have fear, and you will overcome it. And seek support. Remember, some stuff you cannot do them alone. Come to meeting like this, come to event like this, to your church, your pastor, your friends. There are professionals that can help you seek whatever. Be humble. In order for you to seek support, you need to have humility. Be humble. Know what you want in life. Write down your goals. 5-second rule. See, if you don't know, there's a rule we call 5-second rule. There's a book about it. 5 seconds. When you want to take action, my friend, you feel lazy, you feel laid back. This is what you do. You count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And you go. You take action. You get it done. You get it done. Because the people who take action, I'm telling you, they are the winners. They are not different than you. They have 2 arms. They have 2 legs. They just go. They all go get it. They make things happen. And gratitude is the next thing you need to do. If you want to get unstuck, if you want to be more action-oriented, my friend, you have to be grateful, because look at you've been doing well. Look at what doors God has been open for you, and present for those. Okay, people who help you in life, thank them. Your wife, your husband, your kids, your environment, your siblings. Thank them. Be grateful. That's why I love the Lejulus. The way they work together, you can see they have gratitude, because putting this together is a sign of gratitude. And sisters, brothers working together, I applaud you guys. I love it. So keep up the good work. So action, after you have gratitude, you need to take action, man. You need to take action. You speak, you writing. Listen, while I'm talking here, I feel like some people in this Zoom or on Facebook or on YouTube, listen to my voice right now, IG. I feel there are some people who have some books idea, but you never try to act or to finish. Are you listening to my voice right now? That person who wants to write a book, you want to write a book, but you've been working on it. But this book is maybe in your computer. It's on your phone. It's on your email. My friend, you need to get this book out. You need to get this book out. You know what? On that note, I want to congratulate Manu Bio Spiritual. She just came out with a nice new book, talk about the power of your tongue. So this is very nice. Congratulations, my friend. Okay, and whoever is listening to my voice right now, who have that book idea, I want you to go ahead and get that book done. And I will be the first one to purchase maybe 2 of it. Okay, I'll be the first one to purchase 2 of your book. Go ahead, get the book done. Develop a disciplined mind. Okay, your mind, you need to protect your mind, my friend. Don't let anything, you cannot just watch anything with your eyes. You cannot just listen to anything. You need to choose what you want to listen to, what you want to see, because whatever goes into your mind, that's what you are going to reproduce. We are a product of our environment. Now, this is what I want you to do for me. I would like you to take paper right now, because I don't want to just preach, talk. I like action, because I'm talking about taking the first step. Right now, we are going to take the first step. Okay? Everybody, get pen, paper, or on your phone, anywhere you can write down. This is what I want you to do. I want you to write down 3 different areas in your life you want to take the first step. Maybe in your health. Coach Kedna just talked about health earlier. Maybe you want to lose some weight. Maybe you want to gain weight. Some people want to gain weight. Maybe you want to sleep better. Whatever it is, write down 3 things you want to tackle, you want to start on. Maybe you will open a business. You want to contact customers. You want to make it bigger. I don't know. Or you want to just open the business. You don't have the business yet. Or maybe you want to start school. You want to go for a different career. I don't know. Maybe it's relationship. Whatever it is, right now, write it down, because when you write down, you give it life. I want you to write 3 things you promise yourself before this year finish. You're going to tackle them today. After this conference, after this presentation today, you are going to start taking the first step. Okay, so I hope you do that. If you do that, I upload you write down, okay, those 3 areas you're going to take the first step. And I have some books, because in 20 minutes there's not enough time to help you with everything. But I have some book recommendation for you. Okay, you can take a screenshot of that for those who like to read, readers or leaders. Okay, book recommendation. First one is the Bible. I encourage you to read the Bible. The second book I encourage you to read is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. The third book is Secret of the Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker. This book, they are powerful. The fourth book I encourage you to read is The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. And the next book I'd like you to read is The Purpose Driving Life by Rick Warren. The Purpose Driving Life by Rick Warren. So I you to read this book. And before you sleep in the morning, we're talking about train your mind. You have to have things to read. If you want to read a quote, here's a few quotes on the screen for you. You can take screenshot of them. The way to get started is to quit talking about and begin doing. You see, that's why earlier I asked you to write down 3 things that you want to tackle. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. That's Walt Disney. Take the first step in faith. You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. Martin Luther King Jr., the biggest risk in life is not taking any risk. Wow. Mark on Facebook. Okay, so take a screenshot of this. And if you have questions, you can please send them in the chat, because they probably go over them. And I would like to close this presentation with something special. But before I do that, I'll give you a chance to take a screenshot of my email. The first email you see, leaderderisma@gmail.com. In case you have any question for me, in case you want to reach me, email is the easiest way to reach me, not by phone. Okay, hmumusic@gmail.com, because we are business owner, music store, music lessons. So if you want anything music-wise, you can send it to that music store email address. And if you want to connect with my Facebook page, it's Leader Derisma, very easy. And we will close this presentation with something very powerful. So I thank you so much. You guys are champs. You are a winner, because I can see those that I can see that you're paying close attention. And these are few affirmations that I encourage anyone to teach yourself, your kids, your people close to you, to do affirmation. I am taking the first step. And you can take screenshot of this. You will love it. But you know what? I love to close, as I said, with something special that I have for you. Something very special that I have for you. Let me see if I can close with that. And yes, that was my goal today, to help you, as I said, to help you to become more action oriented. So I have to close that way, because saying it will help you to make it happen. Don't just know it, but repetition, affirmation. So I encourage everyone to repeat with us this affirmation that we're going to close with. And that's how I would love to close with this affirmation, because they are so powerful. They can change your life. If you're comfortable, if you're somewhere comfortable, you can keep your microphone off, but with loud voice, I invite my team and you to go ahead and repeat with us this affirmation. And thank you again, everyone. It was an honor and pleasure to serve you. I hope you go ahead and take that first step today, because the best time was yesterday. Today is the next best time. And go ahead and let's repeat these affirmations together before we finish. I am taking the first step.
I am taking the first step.
I act now with faith.
I act now with faith.
I write down my goals.
I write down my goals.
I move with purpose.
I move with purpose.
I move with decision.
I move with decision.
I speak with power.
I speak with power.
I build with God.
I build with God.
I am decided.
I am decided.
I know what I want.
I know what I want.
I am focused.
I am focused.
I let go of the past.
I let go of the past.
I am taking action.
I am taking action.
I am taking the first step.
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 I am successful.
I am successful.
I am organized.
I am organized.
I am disciplined.
I am disciplined.
I move with confidence.
I move with confidence.
Are you ready to take the first step? Everyone, God bless.
Oh, wow. This was awesome. Thank you so much, Leader Derisma. We're going to continue the program right now. So again, the first step towards success, this was actually really, really powerful for me. And I, again, thank you, Mr. Derisma, Leader Derisma. We are halfway through the program. We still have 2 more keynote speakers that's going to come and really drop some serious knowledge for us, for you guys. Let's bring back my co-host, Clorina Lejulus. For now, we're going to have a quick break, and my co-host will lead you guys into that break.
Yep. All right. So for sure, everybody just go grab, something to drink, preferably water, according to Ms. Kedna. She talked about, staying hydrated. But if that's not your cup of tea, definitely have something else. And then make sure you grab a snack so we can finish off the expo strong, all right? And then come back for our raffle. You don't want to miss that. We have a raffle.
Yeah, definitely. Do not go to sleep.
Right.
Once again, this is the 5th annual Wealth and Health Expo, the LejulusExpo.com. Definitely go there, sign up for the newsletter.
All right, so guys, the break is going to be just for a minute, so that way we can carry on and have our raffle. So run really quickly, get that drink of water, snack, and then come right back.
Once again, we are halfway through the program. We still have 2 more speakers. So far, we had 3 speakers discussing different ways to find your gifts. Definitely how to live healthy, and because health is wealth. Absolutely. And then we had Leader Derisma, who definitely was a power punch of knowledge on how to take the first step towards success. We thank you for being here with us. Today is Saturday, the 26th, July the 26th. Continue to let us know where you are listening from, where you are watching us from. And I can see my co-host is really getting ready to take this one live. We're going to have a raffle in this half time, call it a halftime program. But we're going to give away some stuff. We're going to give you some really good things, good stuff, some vouchers, some, do we have any gift card? But anyways.
We do, right? So our amazing
Oh,
sponsors
nice.
are
You
giving
guys
out-
want to stick around for this? Go ahead, Corona.
You know what? The music has me jamming, man. The music has me jamming. No, I said the music has me jamming, but let's get back in. Let's jump back in with the raffle. So we're going to do 2 raffles right now during this first break. So hopefully everybody's back. You have your water, you have your snacks for the second half. We're going to do 2 raffles. The very first one is going to be are you able to present it for me?
Yes.
Yep. So first, before we jump into the exact prizes, we do want to thank our sponsors. Without our sponsors, this event is not possible. Not only do they contribute prizes, but then they also contribute tremendously towards the success of this. So we have Amish Trucking, who is one that has been a consistent sponsor of ours. We have Finance Wealth. We have Leading Ladies Tax Services. We also have Full Fit Wellness. And one more person. Round of applause for HMU Sevis. So with HMU Sevis, he is going to be offering a prize. That's going to be one of the prizes that we go over this first break. So let's get right into the prizes.
Your Highness.
Maybe go to the raffle page so we can see what our first prize is. Right, boom. So our very first prize is going to be a $25 gift card. Okay. So with the winner that we choose, what we did was with everyone that registered, we put your names in a spin the wheel of names. Okay. And I'm going to share that out so you guys can see as I spin the wheel that I'm not discriminating against anybody. Hold on one second.
Yeah, you can share at any time.
Yep, give me 1 second. All right. Can you guys see the wheel of names? Can you guys see the wheel of names?
Not yet.
Oh, 1 second.
I can see it.
Oh, okay. All right, perfect. Okay, so I'm going to spin. The winner, what you're going to do is this week, you will look for an email from lejulusexpo@gmail.com so that way you don't miss your gift, your prize. So let's spin the wheel, spin the wheel, spin the wheel, and boom. Our very first winner is Lillian St. Hilaire.
Thank you, Lillian.
Congratulations.
All right. Congratulations, Lillian.
Awesome. All right. So that was our very first prize. And CJ, if you could go to the next slide. Let's see what our second prize is. Let's see. CJ, can you present our second prize? Thank you. All right, so with our second prize, HMU Service is offering for anyone that is purchasing any equipment through them that is $75 or more, they're offering you a $50 gift. So that's a steal. You really can't miss that at all. So definitely reach out to them for that gift and to take advantage of it. Right? So we do have a huge surprise at the end. You don't want to miss it. Stay tuned. And we also have some more great and amazing presentations coming up. All right. So take a moment before we move on to our next speaker. Take a few seconds, share this with 5 people that you love and care about, right? We've been dropping gems, we've been sharing a lot of knowledge. We don't want anyone else to miss this. So take a moment to share it with your circle. And then for our next speaker, we'll introduce them shortly. But for now, CJ, you could give them a little quick jam session. So we can introduce.
All right, thank you, Corona. Definitely, if you don't have your water yet, you can go ahead and get some water, get some to drink, something your body is gonna enjoy and love you for it. Isn't that right, Kidna? All right, again, I want to thank everyone for joining. If you're listening from Facebook, from Instagram, if you're watching us from YouTube, we welcome you once again. Thank you for being here with us. This is the 5th annual Wealth and Health Expo by LejulusExpo.com.
All right, CJ. I'm ready to present our next speaker.
Awesome. All right. Looks like we're ready for the next keynote speaker. Again, this is the next keynote speaker is really gonna drop some knowledge on us. So let's get ready.
Definitely prepare. All right. So,
all right.
Ladies
Let's
and
go ahead.
gentlemen,
We're not taking it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare to be inspired by a woman who wears many hats. And not only does she wear many hats, but she wears them very well. She is originally from Cameroon, but she's also making a significant impact in the United States right now. She is a licensed pharmacist, a financial expert, mom of 5 daughters, and a leader with purpose. Her unique blend of expertise and as a compassionate leader enables her to guide others with integrity, clarity, and purpose. She's here to give us the blueprint for financial independence and long-term stability. Put your hands together for the incredible Dr. Victorine Wangbi. The floor is yours, Dr. Wangbi.
Hello, good afternoon. Can everyone hear me? Okay,
Yes,
I am
yes,
so
loud and clear.
excited to be here this afternoon, and thank you so much for that amazing introduction. So I'm coming down with a cold, so my voice is a little bit crusty. I'm gonna be drinking and coughing here and there, but bear with me. We're gonna get through this together. As you rightfully heard, I am a licensed pharmacist as well as a financial professional, but I'm not here today to talk about health because Coach Kedna did an amazing job right there, really educating us on how to have a healthy life, right? If you have heard of this saying that a healthy person is a wealthy person, put a 1 in the chat. Because health is wealth. If you are not healthy, you have the worst money, it means nothing to you. But guess what? On the flip side, you could be as healthy as a newborn baby, and if you have no money, you suffer, you struggle. I've heard a lot of people say, oh, money is not the most important thing, but guess what? It is right up there with oxygen, especially in this country, especially in this part of the world that we live in. So, like I said before, My knowledge as a pharmacist has put me in a position where I have encountered people in different facets of life, and finances has always been a very, very big struggle, big challenge. So I did not just stumble across financial literacy. I actually went out looking because I was not satisfied with what I was seeing around me. I was asking questions, and that quest led me to the knowledge that I came across. I empowered myself, and my goal today is to impart some, few points here and there on everyone that is here. I just invite you to have an open mind. You may be here even an expert on finances yourself, but guess what? You may learn a thing or two. So to just have an open mind and share this link with all your friends. Let them come and listen, because somebody is about to get their life changed tonight or this afternoon. Now, before I get in, I'm just going to pull my slides and then we dive right in. Excuse me, guys. So, do I have permission to share? Yes. Okay. Okay, we already went through this, right? The financial blueprint. Does your financial portfolio have all you need? The topic of finance is so broad that you can only focus on one thing at a time to talk about it, because I know the next speaker is going to talk about budgeting. But today, I just want us to have like a big umbrella overview of what lack of financial planning can mean for each and every one of us on our daily lives, right? What does society tell us? What are the norms? How can you secure a safe financial future? They say what? Go to school, get good grades, come out, find a good job, and your life is good to go. But my question to you is, how has that been working so far for everybody sitting here? Is there anybody here that can truly say that they have achieved that financial freedom that they are looking for, that financial independence, where you can just get up and say, hey, today I want to take breakfast in Paris, and you hop on the plane and go? No, most of us have to plan weeks and weeks and weeks ahead. And sometimes we have to cancel last minute because things did not work out. So I am here, guys, to tell you that the current way of doing things is not working, which means what? It's not only about getting that formal education and then getting a job. You have to combine it with financial literacy. You have to know what your money is doing for you, and your money actually has to be doing something for you. I want us to look at some statistics here. It's scary the first time I came across this, right? It is said that about 82,000 is the average retirement account balance for people ages between 60 and 69. So these are people that are getting ready to retire or are in retirement. Come to think of it, how much money is this? It's so little compared to what these people have to do. Some are still paying mortgages, and then the older you get, the likelihood that your medical bills are going to go up and all of that stuff. So this is not enough money. How is it that somebody is able to work for 40 years and retire with such an account balance? It's because they were not planning, most definitely. It is also estimated that 40% of divorces in this country is as a result of financial issues. And that's true. I've seen it in my own community. Divorces have gone up. Financial stress can cause people to not get along. And 60% of Americans, they get diagnosed with a medical condition with an attributing factor being financial stress. You see, 63% of Americans, they are living paycheck to paycheck, which means what? Before your salary hits your bank account, every dollar is already accounted for. Some people actually are living in a deficit. They just get that paycheck and they are trying to pay off debts. It's like a vicious cycle. This is what a lot of people are going through. 67% of Americans have never made any financial plan. If you don't have any plan in place, what are you acting on? And 68% of Americans, they say that they are not on track to retire. Can you imagine that? Are they just going to keep working for the rest of their life? Probably not. Nobody wants to do that, right? My question to you guys is, have you or anyone that you know experienced any one of these statistics here? If you have, put a 2 in the chat. My hope is that you haven't experienced it, right? But my question is, do you want you or your loved one to become one of these statistics? If the answer is no, which I'm hoping, what have you put in place to ensure that your family or yourself don't become one of these statistics? If you've never thought about these questions I'm asking you, maybe it's time to really look deep within yourself and ask yourself, what am I doing? Am I just living a purpose-driven life or just passive life in terms of finances, right? Now, like I said, the topic of finances is so broad that due to time limitation, I have to focus on something that I think is very, very important to me and that I think will impact a lot of people. So there are 3 major events that could cause financial chaos if there's no plan in place. Anyone wants to guess which is the top on that list? You can type it in the chat. Let me see. You want to take a guess? What's the top on that list? Okay, while you're thinking, I'm going to share with you, right? Number 1 is sickness. Is there anyone here that has never been sick in their life? Never been sick, no headache, no cough, nothing? Probably not, right? Is there anyone here that is certain that they will never be sick for the rest of their life either? Probably not as well. So you will agree with me that sickness is a matter of when, not if. Like me, I didn't know that I would get up this morning having a cold. I was so prepared and geared up for this presentation, but I got up and I just started coughing. I'm like, not today. That is just a cough. I will most likely get over it in a couple of days. But can you just imagine that is something more serious that I'm not able to go to work? Because I want you to think about it. How much income does it take for you to run your household on a monthly basis? And if that income stops coming because you're not able to go to work, what plan do you have in place so that you're still able to take care of your family financially? Because this statistics here is scary, guys. 1 in 3 persons living in this country is going to be diagnosed with cancer in their lifetime. Some may be mild, some may be invasive, but 1 in 3, which means what? Just we are over 20 here on Zoom. It means 1/3 of us, we may be diagnosed with cancer at some point in our lives. Every 40 seconds, somebody is suffering from heart attack and stroke as well, or somebody is having a stroke in every 40 seconds. If this were you, if you were to fall sick today and you're not able to go to work for the next couple of months, and if you're barely living paycheck to paycheck, what plan is there for you to continue to take care of your financial responsibilities towards yourself and towards your family? In essence, what is your IPP, your income protection plan? Most people don't have it. It's not your credit cards. It's not GoFundMe. It's not community of friends helping each other. It's you putting a solid plan in place that can help you when you need it. You may be wondering, how can I protect my income? You can protect your income using what? Term insurance with living benefits. This is a kind of insurance that covers you temporarily. Because of that, it's so cheap, it's so affordable. I've seen companies that will even cover you for up to 40 years. So if you're 30 today, you get 40 years, it's going to cover you until you're 70. Guess what? Your kids are out of school. You probably would have paid off your mortgage. Like your financial responsibility would have declined such that even if the coverage ends, okay. But what if you were to fall sick today and you're not able to go to work? You have the potential to accelerate the living benefits. What that means is you're going to request the insurance company to pay you that death claim while you're still alive. So you basically become the beneficiary to your own life insurance policy. Do every one of us sitting here have a term insurance with living benefits? Because if you don't, we need to have a conversation after this. The next thing is what? Death. This is inevitable. At least we can say, maybe I'm so healthy that I will never be sick. Can you say that you're so healthy that you will never die? Nobody can say that. It's going to happen. Again, most of us, we are sole breadwinners, or we are 50-50, or at least we are contributing something to our families. And if you're an immigrant like myself, I come from Africa, I come from Cameroon, we don't just think about our immediate family. We have extended families that still do rely on us financially. So if you're not here tomorrow, what are you leaving behind for this family that relies so much on you? Because you're either leaving one or of the two else. Are you leaving them liabilities, which is debts, right? Some people don't care. If I'm dead, I'm gone. Who picks up the tab when you're gone? Who pays the funeral costs and stuff like that? You are leaving a liability onto your family. But if you're like me, I guess I'm hoping that your answer will be that you want to leave them a legacy, something that they will remember you for. Some people don't even know who their grandparents are or their great-grandparents because they didn't do anything significant to be remembered by. But think about people that left wealth. They will be remembered for generations and generations and generations and generations. So you are sitting here, you have the human economic value that you're providing for your family today because you are alive. Just because you're no longer there does not mean that their financial needs are going to stop, right? You still want them to continue to have that life that you've introduced them to. When that human economic value goes with you, what do you leave behind to fill in that gap? Same life insurance. Life insurance can provide an instant estate. And guess what? It is usually income tax-free. Your family receives it tax-free. So if you are gone, and for instance, you have young kids, they still have to go through college, they still have to, go through life in general, how much money do you think that they will need for that transition to happen until they become financially stable themselves? It's a lot. Can you work hard for that money today by saving up every little dime? No, you cannot do that. So the easiest way to create wealth that you can leave to your family is by getting life insurance. It's time we stop being scared of life insurance, guys. People are creating legacies that last for generations because they took life insurance on themselves. The third thing I want us to look at is retirement. Okay, you escape being sick. You live long, right? You didn't die. You get into your old age. Maybe you're blessed to live up to your 70s and your 80s and 90s and even 100s. Are you going to continue to work till the day you die? Probably not, because your body is going to give up. No strength at all. So what do you depend on for your retirement? You still need income coming in at retirement. But if you're not working, where is that money going to come from? I want us to look at the three-legged stool of retirement. These are the three main sources of retirement income that everybody should at least have, right? Personal savings. Are you putting something aside for when you retire that you're going to continue to live off of? You may have an employer that has set up some kind of a retirement plan for you. Big ones are the 401ks and the 403bs and the likes, right? And Social Security. Most people are going to have Social Security, but guess what? Social Security is not created or wasn't created as your sole source of income for retirement. It's just to subsidize your income. Which means what? You have to have personal savings somewhere, and you at least have to have something through your employer. If you don't have something through your employer, your personal efforts have to be really massive. So which type or what type of personal accounts are you currently having? Because if you tell me you're having your money in your bank account and you see this, like how much is it? How long is it going to last you for? Because the best way to plan for your retirement is not by saving up. It's by financing your retirement. That sounds strange, right? How do I finance my retirement? You want to have a financial bucket, a financial portfolio, a financial tool that is going to pay you income when you retire until the day you die. Not one that is going to run out of money, right? And then what next? And this kind of retirement accounts I'm talking about is what? Fixed index annuities. This is a great financial portfolio. Cash value life insurance is also another one that if designed properly, it can also pay you income till the day that you die. So which of these do you currently have? Are you just relying on your 401k? Are you just relying on your Social Security? It's not going to be enough, guys. It's not going to be enough. So if you're not having any of these two that I just listed, we need to have a deep conversation as well. Now, you may be wondering, you've said so much. How do I even begin to plan? Of course, you have to, first of all, understand the 3 rules of money in order for you to know where you're putting your money. These 3 rules of money are the most important things that you're going to learn today. If there's nothing you take out of this presentation, just master a few things on this slide. The rule of 72 tells you how long it would take your money to double, right? If you divide 72 by the interest rate that you're getting on your investment, that's how long it would take your money to double. Let's take, for instance, this 29-year-old guy who has 10,000, earning him just 1%, it's going to take 72 years for him to see his account balance at 20,000, age 101, which means he will not even be alive, most likely, to see this happen. But what if he's investing at a higher interest rate? 4% is going to be 18 years, 6%, 12 years, and 12%, 6 years, such that if he put the same money in this account type, by the time he's 71 years, he's already a millionaire, 30 years younger than this person over here. So my question to you is, where are you accumulating your money? Because just working and putting it somewhere is not enough. You have to be intentional, right? This is the power of compounding, guys. If you have heard about compound interest, put a 4 in the chat. You may not have heard about it per se, but guess what? You are actively participating in compound interest. Your mortgage is compounding. Your student loan is compounding. Your credit cards is compounding. Your car note is compounding. Every loan that you're having right now is compounding. But guess what? It's working to your disadvantage. What portfolio do you have that is compounding to your advantage? You should be asking yourself that, right? The next thing I want us to consider is how money grows. There are 3 ways in which money grows. Most of us are familiar with a fixed growth. Flat line, right? If you're in healthcare and then the line is flat, or they'll say what? Code blue. This is you putting your money in the bank account. 1 year, you look at it, nothing has changed, a few dimes here and there, and you keep hoping that you're saving up for your retirement, right? But that's not the best place. The next way that money grows is variable. Like the word variable means what? It's not constant. It's not consistent. It changes over time, right? If you were in this country in 2008, when the real estate market crashed, you will attest that a lot of people lost their savings. Some people went into depression. Some people committed suicide. So if this is the kind of market that you are depending on to put your hard-earned money for retirement, it's like you get into a car, right? You're driving somewhere and you decide to just shut your eyes and hope that you get to your destination safely. That's crazy. This is what we are doing. COVID hit somewhere, we lost money. The war is happening in Ukraine, you are losing money, yet you're not in war. Why do you feel comfortable putting your money in places like that? I guess it's because of the high returns, right? I made 30% this year. I made 40% last year. But guess what? You can make negative 30% as well. You can make negative 50%, heck, negative 90% as well. But most people are not familiar with index. If you have ever heard of index, put a 5 in the chat. Index strategy. With an index strategy, there's no downside. You see that the line never goes below 0. The worst that can happen is stays at 0. You never go below 0, such that when this market here takes a tumble, guess what? You lock the gains that you made last year. You stay put. The market goes back up, it's recovering. You are not recovering, right? Because you didn't lose anything. You just keep growing. It's like a staircase to heaven. Who doesn't want that kind of a strategy? Every time I ask, out of these 3, which one do you prefer? Everybody says index, but they've never heard of indexing. I guess nobody is telling us, right? That's why I'm here to educate us on how money grows so that we know where to put our money. It's also very important to consider taxation. By no means am I a tax expert. I am not licensed to talk about taxes or to educate on taxes. I'm talking from my personal knowledge. So for any decision you are taking, you have to consult with a tax professional. But I know a thing or two about taxes that I would love to share with you guys, because when it comes to taxes in this country, money is placed into 3 different buckets. There's the tax now account, which is what your brokerage accounts, your savings accounts, your mutual funds, and your bank CD. What do I mean by tax now? You get to pay taxes on an annual basis on that money that is growing in that account. We all receive a 1099, right? End of every year, maybe January-ish, we do receive it. You are expected to pay taxes on those little dimes and nickels that added onto your bank account for you putting your money in your savings or your checking account. But this is the most interesting one here, tax later. A lot of people have money sitting in tax later. Your retirement accounts are typically the tax later bucket. It's great because you get a deduction today, right? Which means that you're putting aside money, it's growing for you and you're not actively paying taxes on it. But my question to you is, if you're looking forward to retire in the next 20, 25, 30 years, do you know what taxes are going to be at that time? You don't know. Because the taxes that are due on that money are the taxes at the time when you take out the money. It's not when you were making the contributions. And if you have been paying attention to the economy, excuse me, you will agree with me that taxes are only bound to go up. Taxes are going to go up. I always use this analogy. Would you rather pay taxes on the seed or on the harvest? And people say, huh? I'm like, if I gave you a grain of corn, I said, pay your taxes on this grain of corn right now. Go invest that money. And then I'm all done with you. Or go and plant this grain of corn and harvest it, however huge the harvest is. Bring it back to me and I will tell you how much taxes you owe me. Which one would you rather have? Guess which one people always choose? The first option. And I say, but you're not doing it. You are delaying paying taxes with the hopes what? That taxes are going to be lower. If you're for sure, if you're certain that taxes are going to be lower, that's a great effort, right? But you don't know if taxes are going to be lower. So diversify. And the trap that most people fall into is that my company is matching. They are matching for me, so it's great. They are barely transferring the tax liability onto you. That money is not free money. It may seem free today. By all means, take advantage of the match, right? But do not contribute more than what your company is matching for you. They contribute 5%, or they match 5%, contribute 5% of your own money and put the rest where? In a tax-advantaged portfolio, which means you take care of taxes today, you are done with taxes, eventually you take out that money completely income tax-free. Executive bonus plans, cash value life insurance, your municipal bonds, and then your Roth IRA or your Roth 401k. You are done with taxes today. But guess where a lot of people go to ask for tax advice? Financial advice. They don't sit with a financial expert. Some have never sat down, as we saw, no financial plan in place. The best place they can go to is walk into a bank. Hey, I'm looking to do this and do this. What can I do? They will tell you, we have CDs, we have these higher money market earning accounts. You can put your money there, blah, blah, blah. Let's take a look if that's working for us, right? You take your hard-earned money, you walk into a bank and give it to them. What do they give you in return? Anywhere from 0 to 1% interest, right? It's fixed, your money doesn't really grow, and you get taxed on the little that you earn in that account. But in exchange, what does the bank do? Gives you credit card. Look at the interest rate. Anywhere from 16 to 24%. And it's usually compounding, guys. It's compounding. I've seen 29%, as a matter of fact, 29%. And they tell you, do not worry, your money is safe with us, right? It's a bank, so it's safe, FDIC insured, but it's only up to 250,000. So if you have more than that and the bank went down, you only get to get 250,000 returned to you. Now, I want to tell you that banks are not as safe as we think they are. There's something called fractional reserve, because the banks are only required to keep $1 of the $10 that would deposit in. So they can loan out way more money than they have liquid cash. Have you ever tried walking into a bank and demanding to take maybe 20,000 cash? They will give you a hard time. That's because the money has probably been loaned out, right? They put it in life insurance. Guess what? The same thing that we are scared of is what these institutions are using to grow wealth. In exchange, insurance company is giving them 6 to 12% interest and is indexing and is tax advantage. Life insurance companies, on the other hand, they are strictly regulated, right? For every coverage. So if somebody were to get $1 million in protection, let's start with 10. If you were to get $10 in protection, life insurance company is required to have as liquid cash $1. If you get $1 million, they are required to have 100,000 backing up that policy that they just issued out to you. So they have more liquid cash. As a matter of fact, insurance companies have withstood the test of time. Every time you hear banks go down, you don't hear life insurance companies that are down. They even survived the Great Depression. Go read about it. Right? But did you know that you could take the banks out of this equation altogether? You don't have to give them your money to go grow it and come and give you chicken change. You can bypass them and go to insurance companies yourself, and in return, you get tax-free money. Either it comes to you while you're still alive tax-free, or the day you pass on, it transitions onto your loved ones completely tax-free. This concept is known as what? Infinite banking. We can talk for hours about this topic, but because today's just introduction, I'm just rushing through it for time's sake, right? Not only banks are doing this, right? Other corporations, you see, bank-owned life insurance and corporation-owned life insurance. Now, have you ever asked yourself what the banks are doing with that money after you leave the bank? You think they're just putting in a big fat safe waiting for you to return? No, they are doing different things besides giving it out as loans. We just saw that they put it in life insurance. And this book, Money, Wealth, Life Insurance, tells us how the wealthy are using life insurance as a personal tax-free bucket to supercharge their savings. Did you hear that? Life insurance, when we think it's only about dying. If life insurance were only to bury the dead, don't you think that these wealthy people, these corporations already have enough money to bury their dead ones? It's more than that, guys. It's deeper. Take a look at this table. As of 2016, Bank of America owned more than 19 billion with a B in life insurance. Wells Fargo, more than 17 billion. Chase Bank, more than 10 billion. US Bank, 5 billion. Look it up. There are over 3,000 banks in this country that own life insurance. Why? Why do you think they own life insurance? Is this so that their CEO dies and they're able to give him a befitting burial? No. It's for other reasons, guys. They are putting their money there because it is safe, it is stable, and it is growing. As a matter of fact, the FDIC allows this asset to be classified as a tier 1 capital, which is the safest capital a bank can ever have. I used to think small banks bank with bigger banks, but no, they are banking with life insurance companies because their money is safe and is growing. Where is your money sitting? Is your money safe? Is it growing for you? Is it being stable? Right? Like I said before, not only banks are doing it, your regular day-to-day companies, AT&T, Nestle, Comcast, Verizon, you name it. They are using it as a means of having business continuity. How many business people do you know in your community? Do they have this kind of life insurance in place? Should their business, or should something happen, is that business going to be able to sustain itself? Or does it end with the founder of the company? We need to have a conversation. If you have no clue what you can do with your business to make sure that you're protecting it and that it's going to continue even after you're not here. Now, remember, I'd introduced the ways that money grows, right? The variable versus the index. I've had people argue like, wow, this is great. I made 30% last year in my portfolio. Even if I lose a little bit, it's no big deal. I want to show you what a little bit can do, right? Now, we have 2 account types. I want everybody sitting here. We are excluding myself. We are 20, right? Excluding myself. Would you, after I've shown you this, you can make your choice, whether you want portfolio A or portfolio B. We are going to start out giving these 2 individuals $100,000 each. With portfolio number 1, the first year, I am going to credit them 50%, right? The account is going to earn them 50%. But the next year, they're going to lose 50% as well. Next year, they gain 50, lose 50, gain 50. If you divide 10, if you add this up and you divide it by 5, what do you get? 10%, right? That's the average that you get. But with B, I am going to guarantee you a 0. And I'm only going to be able to credit you 5%. So year number 1, I credit you 5%, the next year 0. The next year 5%, the next year 0. The next year 5%. The average is what? 3%. Now, would you rather go with option A or option B? Make a choice. And let me take a peek and see what options people are going for. Okay, I don't see any responses yet. This is, okay. Put in A, B, okay. I see B. It's 2B. I'll assume that 2 means B. B. Okay, most people are going to go for B. I'm sure that you're already getting the gist of this, right? When you just look at it, you would think that option A should be the best choice for you because 10% is higher than 3%. So let's put some numbers and see what it looks like. So 50% of 100,000 is 50, right? Plus the principal, 150. And next year they lose 50% of that. The next year they gain 50% of that. Next year they're going to lose again another 50%. And then the next year they're going to gain 50%. It will bring the account balance to 84,000. But remember, we saw that the average rate of return was what, 10%. Shouldn't we be 10,000 richer than we started out with? But guess what? We are lower than we started out with. But how about this person over here? Right? They make 5%. The next year, they don't make any money. They didn't lose anything, so they maintain their previous account balance. The next year, they're going to make another 5%. Next year, they're going to maintain it because they didn't lose and they didn't gain. And then the last year, they're going to make 5%. You will see the difference. It's like day and night, right? Because with option A, there's market risk. As long as you have the potential to lose money to the market, your average rate of return and your actual rate of return can never be the same. Never. There's no guarantees when it comes to your variable accounts. This is a variable account. If you didn't know that it was variable, it is a variable account. You can make so high and you can also lose so bigly, like Donald Trump says all the time, right? Now, option B, you will see that that's what most people, I would say almost everybody chose was option B. There's no cap. Even though I capped it at 5%, there are no fees compared to your variable accounts, your 401ks and all of that stuff, you're paying management fees. There's no market risk. Because if I guarantee you 0, it means you can never lose anything. The worst is that you don't gain anything. This is your index portfolio. Remember, I had mentioned financing your retirement, either using a cash value life insurance or a fixed index annuity. Look at actual rate of return is negative 15% versus plus 50%. So when they send you that statement saying that, hey, your average rate of return was this, go and look at the actual numbers, not just the percentage, because the actual may be different from the average. Fixed index annuities versus your 401k. Again, I am not discouraging anyone from having a 401k or an IRA. I am just giving you another option that is mostly ignored by the middle class. They are not thinking about fixed index annuities because there's guarantees with your fixed index annuities like we saw. It's an index portfolio, but with your 401ks and IRAs, there's no guarantee. You can make so much, you can lose so much. Your rate of return, right, is high. I've seen even 12% for multiple years consistently. You cannot say the same for your 401ks. It's an index strategy, of course, which means you lock in the gains that you made the previous year. You never lose it. And you can actually be paid income till the day you die. It's like a private pension plan, right? And some companies will give you a sign-on bonus of even up to, I've seen 40% as well. So playing safe, 5 to 25% is the most common that you're going to see. But with your 401k, maybe you get that match, but that's it. It's not a huge percentage, right? So when was the best time for you to sit down with a financial professional and plan for your financial future yesterday. Yesterday was the best time. When is the next best time? Today. Because tomorrow may be too late. And like Kobe Bryant, rest in peace, said, the biggest mistake that we make in life is thinking that we have time. Little did he know that his life was going to cut short. So if you are sitting here procrastinating, saying, I will do it, I will do it, I will do it, and you've never had the opportunity to do anything, now is your opportunity. Because if you are ready to safeguard your financial future, you want to scan that QR code. That is a link to my calendar. Schedule a complimentary session with me. Let's just see what you've got going. If it's great, great. If you need some improvement, we can work together and see where we're going to help you. Is it getting life insurance for yourself, for your loved ones, or other financial portfolios? But I'm ready to take the first 10 people who sign up. So just take a screenshot. We don't have much time here. If you're on your phone, for sure, take a screenshot. And then I have additional resources that you may want to explore, right? Ethos is an insurance company, guys. No blood work, no medical records, nothing. It's like dry. You just go in there, put in some information. It gives you an instant decision. Easy. You can do that all by yourself. And then the next one is going to take you to my website, one of my websites, right? You are going to learn about annuities, what it is, what kinds of annuities are out there. And then this one, Genius, is just going to take you more in depth into what indexing is all about, and it will just give you more knowledge to be able to make informed decision, right? And that brings me to the end. Here is my information. You have my phone number, you have my email. Text me. I'm on WhatsApp. Regular text works as well. You can call me, you can send me an email, and I'm also on LinkedIn. I'm not a great social media person. I'm working on that. Hopefully it improves. I'm on Instagram, but I don't know what I even have on my page. I'm on Facebook as well. So because I didn't trust those ones that I didn't put up here, but for sure, LinkedIn is the one I engage most with. And it has been such a pleasure having to speak with you guys this afternoon. And yeah, I hope that you got a thing or two. It was a rush. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Dr. Vicky. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, again, this is the 5th Annual Wealth and Health Expo, the LejulusExpo.com. Definitely visit the website and sign up for our newsletter. Dr. Vicky, everybody, please give it up for Dr. Vicky. Put a 1 in the chat. Let us know how you are doing. How are you enjoying this expo? We have one more keynote speaker, and then we're going to have a Q&A. If you have questions for any of our keynote speakers, please put them in the chat, and then we'll be going over them after during the Q&A session. Anything you need to know about the speakers, just put your questions in the chat, please. But we do want to thank everyone for joining. Again, this is the 5th Annual Health and Wealth Expo, the Lejulus Expo. We're going to continue with the program. Again, I have my co-host here, Lejulus Chlorina. And then, so we also have some more raffles at the end, and then some more giveaways, some gift cards, I believe, and then a couple more, giveaways toward the end. But definitely, Chlorina, go ahead and take it away.
Absolutely. And I'm going to just share in the chat. For those of you guys that maybe came on later, our first guest speaker, she did drop some gifts for us where you can learn about your gifts and talents. So I shared that in the link as well. All right. So you guys have been patient. We thank you guys for your patience with this last speaker. She may go just a little bit over. I ask that you do stay with us until the very end. We have a special surprise for you. And so with that said, our next speaker, she is someone who truly does it all. When I say she does it all, I can vouch for her. She is a wife, a mom, an entrepreneur, a kingdom builder. All right. She is the credit repair queen and a financial freedom coach. She's got the receipts, the real estate, and the roadmap to show us how to show money that, hey, we're the boss. So let's bring the house emojis for the unstoppable force of faith and finance, Mrs. Serenise Alcindor. So drop some houses in the chat because this is boss lady right here. Take it away, Miss Serenise. Mrs. Serenise.
All right. My goodness, you guys well, it's so hard. You know, the hardest part about this is to follow those speakers. I had 4 amazing speakers. Guys, if you agree that each and every one of them did an amazing job, go ahead, put some power muscles in the chat, some fire emojis. Just lit the chat, lit it, because guys, it's so hard. I got the easiest part of this whole thing, but it's hard to follow because they're great. They did amazing. Well, I won't keep you guys long. Thank you, Miss Clorina, for such amazing introduction. Mr. CJ, thank you for co-hosting this. And guys, most importantly, if I don't want to forget to thank each and every one of you guys, because this would have not been a success if it wasn't for you. Trust me. Even though all of the speakers, they put lots of hours, months. We've been working on this project since last year. So the minute we finish today, we're going to start working for next year's project because we like to under promise, over deliver. And that's what we do. And guys, we couldn't do it without you. Thank you so much. Let me go ahead and get to my assignment. My assignment this evening is to present to you this amazing subject. Now, you might notice that a lot of us, we present almost the similar stuff because, guys, this is 2025. More than ever, we really, really, really need something like that. We have health with Coach Kedna. We have wealth, and health is wealth. We can't do one without the other. If you guys can see my screen, put a 2 in the chat. If you can see my screen, put a 2 in the chat. And thank you very much. Thank you all. And as Coach Colina said, I am Coach Serenise. I reside in the beautiful state of Texas, and I'm here to help you guys. By the time I'm done with this presentation, I hope you guys learn a thing or two, because that's our goal. So that once you leave this platform, this webinar, this seminar, you have enough things to empower you to go out there and win when it comes to money. My background profession, what I went to school for, is nursing. I'm an ICU nurse by profession, but I'm a financial impact person by passion. And I combine my passion with my profession to serve God's purpose here on earth. With that saying, why should we be talking about showing money who's boss? And you can do that only through financial literacy and budgeting. You need both. You need to be able to know about financial literacy and also to know what it talks about budgeting. What qualifies me, Ms. Cloyna already said, is not only I've had the training and some education and the passion for that, but also something called life. Have you guys ever heard of something called life? We're in it. It's a journey. So I've learned, so that qualifies me to be able to talk about this topic. Why does this matter anyways? I know Coach Dr. Vicky just delivered like amazing information. Why does this matter? Why should you care about financial literacy? Guys, if I was in a position of voting, I truly, from the bottom of my heart, I truly believe that every school in America should teach young people about financial literacy. They should have classes. Even though there are some schools, some states that start doing it, if they make it a requirement for kids to take financial literacy classes in order to graduate. But I feel like it should be a requirement. The same way everybody needs to take math classes, you need to take English, math, science. Financial literacy should be also on the top of everything. Now, Dr. Vicky did give us some statistics. Now, statistics show 78% of American Americans live paycheck to paycheck. It's a bad situation to be in because you have no cushion. You're always on stress. And Coach Kedna already told us we have to try everything possible to help reduce stress. And money stress, let me repeat that. Money stress is one of the most stress people have, and it ranks at the top. It's on a category all by itself. As an ICU nurse, a lot of admissions we have or people attempting suicide, it is due to stress, money related. So financial stress affects health, relationships, and dreams. Big dreams, small dreams, any kind of dreams, it does affect it. Now, these are some great quotes that I like. You guys can, you know, each and every one of you can take a screenshot or take a picture of this. I love these quotes because it's really helped keep me grounded. It says a budget is telling your money where to go instead of wondering where the hell it went. The number one problem in today's generation and economy is the lack of financial literacy. And guys, financial literacy is a big deal. And Robert Kiyosaki say financial freedom isn't an income level, it's a mindset level. And I'm gonna tell you guys a thing or two about mindset. Financial freedom mindset is all about take back control. Ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to money and budgeting, it's all start with the mindset that you grew up with, the mindset. And it's a mindset. You can change it. You can shift that mindset. First, we start by awareness. We need to be aware of money. Yes, it's okay to talk about money. The Bible talks about, like, there are like, I believe 2,000 verses that talks about money and wealth and health and wealth and finances. So awareness is important. Being intentional, be very intentional. Set yourself on discipline and have a vision. Have a vision for yourself, for your family, for your kids. If you don't have a vision, trust me, bills and debts and society and the Joneses, they have a vision for your money. You know what is it? It's the vision to spend it, waste it, and wondering where the hell it went. So money mindset is very important. I'm not going to read that. Everybody knows how to read. Take a picture. Now, the cost of ignorance. Now, not knowing is ignorance. But what's worse is knowing and not doing anything about it. Dave Ramsey, one of my mentors, he talks about money and budgeting. He's one of these people that help most millionaires in America than any other program. Now, he talks about a lot when, you know, that's his thing. He's the money guru. He's the budget guru, however you may call it. Now, what happens when you don't budget? A lot of bad things happen when you do not budget. Financial illiteracy carries substantial costs. It costs a lot for not being on a budget, both for individuals and the broader economy, including this country. This country we're living in, we are in trillions of dollars in debt because they don't have a real budget for your money, except they said, you know, take student loans, go to school, spend money, then they want you to pay it back even before you get a job. So lack of financial knowledge leads to poor decision-making, resulting in missed opportunities, increased debt, and even financial hardship. Now, we know there have been a lot of tests, hard knock intersections in life, including the market of 2008 when the housing market came. Then COVID, if anything, COVID taught everybody a lesson. Whether you are a kid going to kindergarten, you couldn't play with your friends, whether you are an adult, it doesn't matter. COVID did teach everybody a lesson. And one of the biggest lessons is financial hardship. It squeezed everybody. So debt spiral, missed opportunities, and living in survival mode. Survival mode is a bad place to be. And this talks about, you know, what have illiteracy show people, where it puts you, and it's bad. From 2019, right before COVID, until 2024 of last year, and it shows you all these good numbers. Now, I'm gonna give you, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna give you some 6 reasons why budgeting is right for you. Yes, you. Each and every one of you, budgeting is right for you. I want you to put in the chat, budgeting is right for me. Budgeting is right for me. So take back control is the main thing, okay? It puts you in charge. You want to be in charge. Everybody want to be in charge, right? It puts you in charge. It helps you stop overspending. It reduces stress. It helps you crush debt. It prepares you for emergency, helps you reach big goals. Now, people say, oh, don't talk about emergency, because if you talk about emergency, it's actually going to happen. Or don't talk about rainy days. Guys, it's going to happen. It's a matter of when. And when it does happen, you want to be prepared instead of pretending that it's not going to happen and you don't want to talk about it. Okay, so very important to know these 6 reasons why budgeting is right for you. By having this in mind, I want you to navigate through life knowing that, hey, you need this. Okay, you do need this. The power of financial literacy is this. Financial literacy simply means financial freedom. If you don't know, literacy pretty much means intelligence or education, knowing. By knowing about money, it simply help you with financial freedom. Financial literacy encompasses the knowledge and skills needed to effectively manage personal finances, including budgeting. We're going to stop right there. Budgeting is important because it helps you know your numbers, understand credit and versus debt, and build wealth. Protect your future, guys. Protect your future. If you don't, trust me, your money gonna go and disappear. By saving money, it allows you, puts you in a spot or a position for you to take that money. You can, invest it in some good places. I know we talk about investment, and one of the best thing you can invest in is yourself. And how do you do that? You can do it through either you put money away, which we don't highly recommend. Don't use 401k, because we know what happened. A lot of people now, even in the hospital, with some of the staff I work with, they're like, those 401ks almost look like for 201k or something like that, because it has cut down to almost nothing. Okay, so finding your way through your financial life requires a good navigation. Now, how many of you guys do use GPS to get around? I do. I use GPS. I like Waze because it helps me know where the cops are hiding, but we all need some kind of GPS to get us through life. So budgeting is a good life GPS, because we need budgeting to be on track, to be on top of things, so that we can be able to use our money in a better way. So being on a budget, a lot of people think, oh, I'm restricting myself. Not at all. Budgeting is not restrictive at all. It rather empowering you to be able to make better decisions for your kids, for your grandkids, for neighbors, for communities, for something that you're passionate about. It could be helping, trafficking kids, young ladies who selling themselves. You can help sponsor them, put them in a better place. So you direct your dollars to where you want it to go. It helps reduce stress, and it helps accelerate your goals. Now, the 4 steps budget blueprint is one good way to start. It's simple. It's a simple budget step that tells you how to track your spending, categorize needs versus want, prioritize goals, and automate and review. If anything, if you don't learn anything by the time we're done, it's important for you to set your money spending on automation. Set it where you already sit down at the beginning of the month, set your budget, and then you have a savings. Some people have different savings account for different bills, but you can have a savings that's just for bills. And then your checking account, maybe you can use it for other things, like if you go to the store and you happen to want to buy something. Now, this is a good one. Take a picture of this. The 50-30-20 rule simply says this: 50% of the money you make should go towards needs, like you need a place to live. Dave Ramsey divided into the 4 walls. So you divide that into needs, wants, and financial goals. The 50% rule is a popular budgeting guideline that suggests dividing your after-tax income into those three main categories so that you can be on top of things and take control. This is a nice photo. Take a picture of it. And if you need more detail on how to go about the 50, 30, and 20 rules, I can definitely help you. But I have some resources I want to point you out to. You have the Mint, Credit Karma, Acorns, and Every Dollar app. Now, how many of you ever heard of the Every Dollar app? If you have heard of Every Dollar app, put a 2 in the chat. Every Dollar app is a great tool to have if you're someone who's serious about winning with money. I've used it. I started using it back in 2018. I probably have heard about it, but I was not intentional about it until 2018. Between 2018 and late 2019, me and my husband, on just average pay, average nursing pay, nothing too significant, we were able to pay over $160,000 in debt by simply be on the budget and set something called the snowball debt snowball. Now, the emotional side of money has a lot to do with emotion. You have the mindset shift that you have to get into. This is a great book. I put it here for you. It says Money is Emotional. It's by Christine Lukin. Read it because it helps you understand your emotion when it comes to money. Dave Ramsey says 80% of our money habits, or when it comes to budgeting or spending, has to do with mindset, with emotion. And then only 20% has to do with skills or things that you learn about it. And then once you start winning with money, let's say you've been on budget, you don't go out and eat a lot. Once you start doing that, celebrate progress. It's good. Start investing in yourself by taking classes that help you on how to invest. Call to action, we're almost done. Once you see call to action, that's when we're getting towards the end. Show money who's boss by starting today. The best time to start was like yesterday, years ago, but the very next best time is right now. Not even now, but right now. I want you to put in the chat right now. Right now is the best time to take action. Track spending this week. Today is Sunday. No, today's Saturday. Today, tomorrow, this evening, take the time, sit with your spouse, your children, yourself, okay? You can call yourself to a meeting. Say, hey, myself, we're going to have a meeting. Then start having a budget meeting. I do that once a month, and sometimes I do more than once a month. Create your budget schedule. You can also schedule a consultation with me. I'd be more than happy to help you. But this Every Dollar app, it's a free app that helps you custom your budget, track expenses, set and reach money goals. So let's do this. You can do it. If I could, anybody can do it. So your challenge this week, starting today, this weekend, is sit down. I know somebody else gave you guys an assignment. That's what we're all about, helping you. Okay. So this week, write down all income sources you have. It doesn't matter how your money comes, write it down, every penny of it. List every recurring expenses. Choose your budgeting method, which I highly recommend, the Every Dollar, and start tracking even if it feels messy. Remember, progress is not perfection. It's progress. So take action today, and you're going to see your money helping you win. This is a 15 seconds short. I want you to listen to me.
We cannot hear it, Church.
Oh, thank you so much. You cannot hear it. Let me share again, but it's very cool. Yeah, thank you. See, I know who's paying attention here. I'll share again. All right. All right. I hope you guys are able to hear it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hope you guys are able to hear it. All right, you guys hear it now, right? Oh, hold on, let me hit play. All right. All righty. All right, let's try it now.
Still nothing. Try sharing with sound.
Okay, I thought that's what I did. All right, yo, guys. Sorry, technology. I got you, Dr. Vicky. Sometimes we're like, ooh. All right, one more time. Third time is always the charm, right? Stop sharing here. And then share it with Sam. Share. Sam. Okay, I see it. Now I see it. Now you guys should hear it.
Live on less than you make. You need to decide that.
All right, we
these
hear it now,
five
right?
things.
All right.
If you do these five things, you will win with money 100% of the time. Number one, you need to have a written plan, a
Give me a thumbs
budget.
up if you can
No
hear it.
one accidentally wins. Second thing is you got to get out of debt. Your most powerful wealth building tool is your income. And when you spend your whole freaking life giving your money to banks who fill up the skyline and have furniture nicer than yours, that makes you stupid. Number three, live on less than you make. You need to decide that my life is not good enough the way it is, and so I am going to control the controllables. I am going to change some things. And then you're going to save some money. You know how rich people get rich? They save money. And if you'll get out of debt and you'll invest and you live on less than you make and you have a plan, then you can do the last one. It's the most fun you'll ever have with money. You can be outrageously generous.
All right. So moving forward. So as you could see, it's a small quote down here. Says you must gain control over your money or the lack of it will forever control you. So you and I, we have our goal is to take complete and total control of our money. Otherwise, someone else will take control of that. Now, I want to say thank you to you guys. That's the end of my presentation, but I have two small things I want to say. First, I want to say thank you. We are no longer strangers. We've been talking for a good, 21 minutes. We're no longer strangers. All I'm saying is that let's stay connected outside of this. I do hold webinars. I teach a class called, often I only teach it once or twice a year, called Financial Peace University. And the creator of this program is Dave Ramsey himself, the gentleman you just heard. I don't make a penny out of it, but that's just my way of giving back because God helped save me through that years ago. And I also, on the Coach Sereni's financial solution, we help people with money. If you need help with your credit repair, if you need help with coaching or budgeting, I'm your girl. I'm your to go to. So with that saying, here's my handle. Write it down. This is my number. Find me. Let's stay connected because you don't want to lose my content. These are my references, my reference pages. But lastly, I know Miss Clarina said there's a big surprise at the end. This is a big surprise for people that stuck around, and we want to give back. We love giving back for people that actually participated. For you to participate, we will allow you the chance to win a voucher. And the voucher, it would allow you to get up to 75, I mean, not up. You're going to get 75% off a 7-night stay in a very luxury hotel. Okay. So with that saying, that's my way of giving back because this next month going to be my amazing birthday. And for me, doing this expo, the best way to give back and help you win this 7-night luxury hotel resort in one of those amazing places. Even if I were to show you guys it quickly, it's only take 10 seconds what you'll be experiencing if you get to go. So I don't get to choose who's the winner. You win if you were here and you did put your name in the pot. So with that saying, this is where my presentation ends. And I want to give a big thank you to each and every one of you guys. We really, the worst part is behind us. We're about done. I'm sure they have 1 or 2 more raffles and you want to win. So if that's you, put a me in the chat because you're going to love this one. This is one of the biggest giveaway we've ever given on this 5th year of this 2025. This is my time. The mic is back to you, CJ and Chlorina.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. All right. Wow. Thank you, Coach Seranis. Everybody put a one in the chat. Let's put some give it up for Coach Seranis. This was a great presentation. Thank you so much. I did learn a lot. You definitely need to show your money who's boss. First and foremost, but definitely learning or understanding budgeting is very important because it's like a guide of where you want to go. And if you don't know where you want to go, you definitely will never get there. You will just kind of keep spinning your tails around and never get to your financial goals and where you want to be. So definitely budgeting is important. We have reached the end of the program, sort of. Where's my co-host? Miss Lejulus. Yep, she's here. But yeah, we have definitely reached the end of this program. Every good thing must come to an end at some point. And I want to go ahead and thank, before I give the mic to Chlorina, I want to thank everyone for being here. If you're still here with us, we thank you. Big shout out to everyone that's still here listening. But we're gonna have a little Q&A sessions, and I'm gonna pass it on to my co-host Chlorina. Go ahead and take it away.
All right, guys. Thank you for hanging with us. Major thank you to our speakers. So as we did promise that we were going to have the Q&A session, so I'm going to just ask some of the questions that we had. If there are any questions as I'm going through the few that we did get, please make sure to write them in the chat. Please be sure that you're being respectful and constructive and that you're on topic. So try not to stray too far from what the speakers spoke about as it relates to finance, success, health, and then also finding your gifts. So one of the first questions that we had, which was on YouTube, they asked, how can I learn to do meditation or yoga as a Christian? And I believe this question goes to Miss Kedna, since you spoke about fitness and meditation.
Yeah, let's go ahead and bring all the keynote speakers on camera if you can.
So Ms. Kedna, you can answer that for us.
All right. Hello, guys. Thank you for having me back. Meditation doesn't really have to be yoga. Meditation, it can just be you in a room, just, you have some worship music on and you just, thinking of positive thoughts, maybe thinking of something God did for you, or something a friend or family members, or just like thinking of all the great things in your life. When people say meditation, sometimes automatically go to yoga, but it's not. Meditation doesn't equate yoga. It's just you taking time to yourself, where maybe you shut down the noise, you're just thinking of positive thoughts or something that you want to do, something that will bring positive positive results to your life. That's how we'll describe meditation. Like for me personally, when I meditate, I don't do yoga. So what I do, I will just sit in a room, where I have worship music going on, and then just, going back, on all the good stuff that's going on good in my life, or the people that I'm appreciative for, or just, all great things going on in your life. It has nothing to do with yoga. So I hope I'm able to answer that question. Please give me a 1 in the chat if I was able to answer that.
All right,
Awesome.
perfect. Okay, so thank you for that question, Live in Hope TV. They also had 2 follow-up questions. One is in regards to your community that you mentioned. They want to know if you meditate in that community. So I'll just ask the second one too, so that way you can address both. The
Okay.
second question was, what are some other tips that you can offer to help with stress, because they feel like stress sometimes overtakes them.
Okay, I'll go with the first one. In our community, we don't per se meditate. You know, we give tips on how you can manage your stress. For example, start a gratitude journal. There's a saying that say the more grateful you are, the the more grateful you are, the more thankful you are in life, it leads to a more positive aspect, or a more positive mindset per se. So I will say, because a negative, once you start in the negative mindset, it's a spiral. You just keep going down, like, oh man, nobody liked me, nobody loved me, I'm doing bad in life. It's just, you just keep going down. So but if you wake up, with, God, I'm thankful. Or maybe it's not God for you. I don't know what you serve, but you can just wake up, say, I'm thankful for today. Thank you, I have food on the table. Thank you, my families are doing well. So just start with a gratitude mindset, a gratitude journal, and start with the day, 3 things that you're grateful for. You can start next month. Start with that journal. Every time you wake up, write down 3 things that you're grateful for. And then at the end of the day, you just say thank you, that all those great, like, let's say you had 3 things to do today and you're able to do 2. Say thank you. Be grateful that you're able to do 2. I will say, just start being positive. And the other question, how do you decrease stress level? Is that the question? Or what are the tips?
Yes, so I would say just add, 2 more tips, because I know you covered many throughout your.
Oh, okay. Perfect. So I would say tips is really know your stressors. What are the things that are bringing you stress? Is it people? Is it things? Is it social media? Because 90% of the time, we know exactly what's bringing us stress. Like Coach Serene is talk about money. Money is one thing that also brings stress. Sit down, start budgeting. Maybe it's money, like maybe you're not budgeting well, and then at the end of the month or beginning of the month, you don't have enough money to pay for rent. It could be a lack of management. You know what I'm saying? So maybe, take some time, sit down with yourself and say, what are the things that bring stress to my life? What are the things, if I could solve it, I will not have stress, or my stress level will be lower. Start with that. Maybe you're not exercising. Maybe you don't have time to exercise. Maybe, hey, let's start managing my time better. Be a better time management. See, instead of going on social media in the morning, because let me tell you, I haven't done the research for social media, but social media is one of the reasons there's so many people with mental issues, mental health issues, because I don't know what's on social media. I don't know what it is, but social media lead to a lot of mental health, guys. So wake up in the morning, instead of going to social media, or instead of catering to people, answer emails, answer text messages, stay quiet, take some time, quiet time to yourself, and say thank you. Or pray. If prayer, for me, I pray. When I wake up in the morning, I spend time with God and pray and just say thank you. I try not to, the first thing to open is my phone. I shut down the phone, or stop answering to people, So that's another tips. And then I would say, exercise. Take some time, even if you don't have 30 minutes, maybe it's 5 minutes, or 10 minutes, go for a walk, or do some kind of jumping jack, or whatever, something to get your body going. Drink water. Water also can be a reason, So I would say, to wrap it up, I would say, really, when you wake up in the morning, focus on you. It's not selfish. Don't give way to like social media people. You wake up in the morning and then somebody sends you a evil text or something to disturb your peace, and that's how your day started spiral down. Like your day messed up, your whole day messed up because of one text message, or your whole day messed up because of one post from social media. So avoid social media, avoid anything that brings you stress. People, it could be people. I cannot say to get rid of your people. If it's family members, that's hard, right? So I would say, just maybe talk to your family member, or say, hey, I don't like when you do this, when you talk to me like this, it brings me stress, whatever it is. Try to have a better communication or better relationship that will lower your stress level.
All
And if
right.
it's get rid of it.
Sounds good. Perfect. Thank you so much for answering those questions for us. And we just have one more question for our initial speaker, Miss Michaela. So the question that they asked was, how can they, is there like a test that they can take for them to be able to learn about their spiritual gifts or finding out their talents?
Yeah, absolutely. I can put it in the chat. The one that I use for gifts is giftstest.com, GIFTS test.com. That one's free. And then if you were looking to discover your strengths, that is going to be from Clifton Strengths. Clifton, so it's gifts test, it's plural, GIFTS test.com. I'll put it in the chat. And then Clifton Strengths is, I'll also put that in the chat. If you go to gallup.com and you look up Clifton, you'll find it there. You have the top 5, which is going to cost $25. It gives you the top 5 strengths, and it'll already tell you what you lead with. If you're a relationship builder, if you're an influencer, if you're strategic, if you're an executor, you get things done. If you wanted more insight to know who you are versus who you're not, then I would recommend the full 34 report. That's $59.99. And it's such an insightful report because it really gives you strategy. When I look at the top 5, I'm like, okay, this is who I am. But then when I start to look at 6 through 10, the strengths, I start to understand, okay, this is kind of considered raw talent. That's why I'm not as good at it, but it's something that I can develop. So I can put in the chat, highly recommend it. I don't make any profit off of it, but I definitely recommend taking it because it's very profitable for your life and you'll get to understand who you are versus who you're not. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you so much to our panelists who took time out to not only share their knowledge with us, but to also answer your questions as well. We know that the time that we spent here is not enough. You guys may have more questions, or if you want to get specific consultation, we have added all of their LinkedIns, their personal websites for you to be able to directly connect with them. And so just take a moment to click on whoever you need. And as you do that, we one of the links that we do want you to do is our survey. We aim to improve every year. So last year, what we did is different compared to this year. And of course, 2026, when you come back again, it's going to look a little bit different. So if you could just take some time, we'll give you about 2 to 3 minutes. You can scan the QR code. I will also share the link in the chat as well for you to give us some feedback, be honest, be transparent, so we can definitely take that and implement it. So our DJ and my co-host is going to give us a last little jam session. And once we come back from that, we'll finish off with a raffle and closing remarks.
Awesome. Thank you, Florida. If you made it this far, we want to thank you. A big shout out to every single one of you who are still listening to us, who made it this far. Huge thank you to all our keynote speakers. Today we have the pleasure of having with us, of course, Miss Michaela and Leader de Risma, Dr. Vicky, and Serranis, Coach Serranis, and of course our very own Kedna Lejulus. Lastly, we're gonna have some raffles. We have a few things we're gonna be giving away. We have some gift cards. We have a few more, gift certificate we're gonna give away. There's also, I believe, a voucher for traveling. You do not want to miss that one. You definitely want to come back and be part of this raffle. The survey, please take a look of the, go ahead and fill out the survey. We have the QR code shown on the screen. Scan the QR code and take the survey. Let us know how we're doing, how we did. Let us know what you like, what you didn't like about this expo, what you learned today, and what you would like to see next time. Of course, We definitely want to hear from you. Also, we have our keynote speakers contact info in the chat. Definitely visit their website, visit their social media handles, and give them a like, a follow. This event took time to put together. The keynote speakers definitely spent a lot of time preparing for this, a lot of time. They actually, given their time to be able to provide this information to you, to us. So time is the most valuable thing somebody can give you. And you are here today, you give us your time, and we are here today giving you our time. So it is a transaction that is beneficial for both of us, for everybody involved. So we do thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you to all our keynote speakers. Let them know that they are appreciated. And Clona, whenever you're ready for the raffle and for the giveaway, let me know and then we'll go for it.
Okay. So, hopefully you guys had a chance to finish that. If you didn't get a chance to, before you exit out, we'll give you a moment to wrap that up as well. But now we do want to go over the raffles. As we did promise, we do have a surprise, so wait to the end of the very last raffle. The very first one that we have, the next prize that we will be raffling off is going to be none other than a gift of health, right? So we heard the speakers mention and talk about how health is very important. And so our third prize is a month of complimentary one-on-one health coaching sessions with Whole Fit Fitness. They are one of our sponsors that made this event possible. And so I am going to share out the list of names, our spinning wheels, so we can see who our winner is, guys. Let's drop some fire emoji. Let's drop some fire emojis. All right, you guys see my screen? All right, so let's spin the wheel. Let's see who wins. Javier Cruz, congratulations.
Congratulations, Javier.
Congratulations. All
Where
right,
is
awesome.
Javier watching us from?
Yeah, where's Javier?
That's a great
Javier,
question.
just put in the chat or put in the comment box if you're watching from Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, wherever you're watching from. Let us know.
Okay. One thing I'm gonna add, it has brought to my attention, not everybody whose name on the wheel is live. So does the person have to be present to claim their gift, or how do they claim it? Do they send us an email? Can we put the email in the chat for them to claim their gifts?
Yes. So
They have to be present. They have to be present and be able to somehow identify themselves, either in the chat or in the comment box on social media.
Okay, nice. All right.
So we have our social media manager. I don't know if she's live with us, but she's monitoring those comments channels.
Alrighty, so with our next winner, this next winner is going to win a $25 gift card. This gift card was courtesy and sponsored by Finance Well. So Finance Well is an organization and company that has been helping everyone, regardless of age group, to be able to get a hold of their finances. And so we are honored that they chose to sponsor a gift card for us. And so let's spin the raffle and let's see.
Thank you very much, Finance Well. Everybody definitely go to financewell.com.
Let's see who the winner is. Get hyped up. Boom. All right, Anya Dumas.
Anya Dumas,
Congratulations
congratulations.
to you.
Wherever you, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying congratulations. Go ahead.
Awesome, Anya. Anya Dumas, if you are watching, let us know in the chat and the one of wherever you are watching from, whether from Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, let us know that you are here with us and you can claim your prize.
Awesome. Awesome. Wow. So like we promised, we did have some really great prizes. And then last but not least, we have our big surprise. And so CJ, everybody get hyped up. Give us some fire emojis in the chat to see what the big surprise is. I have been waiting for this this entire call, and I know you guys are going to be very excited about this as well.
The big surprise.
There it is. There it is.
All right, take it away.
All right, there it is. So one of our other sponsors, so we had a lot of sponsors. We're really, really grateful for them. But Garden Oral has an amazing event where she is going to host a workshop for anyone that is interested in starting their own garden. Even if you have no idea how to start, for example, I will be there. I don't know the first thing about gardening. And so I am going to seize this free opportunity. All you have to do is go to gardenoral.com to register for that. You can also use the QR code. And so everyone that is here today, that is the only exclusive to everybody who's here live with us. After you guys log off, after this expo finishes, we can't guarantee you anything, right? But this is our surprise and our way of thanking you for being present on the call today. And that pretty much wraps up our surprise. So I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys on that call, which is taking place on September 6th from 10 a.m. to noon. All right. So
Awesome.
I'll give you guys a few seconds to wrap that up and make sure that you get signed up for it. If you want a prize, make sure that you say something on either one of our social media platforms. Also, again, just to give everybody a shout out to everyone that stayed to the end with us, everyone that has been following us on YouTube, Facebook, and other platforms as well. Thank you for everyone that shared this with a loved one, someone that you cared about. We appreciate you and helping us to push this mission forward. And as you guys finish up your registration process for that, thank you, Coach Sanis, for writing that in the chat. I am going to introduce our team. Sanis told you a little bit about the Lejulus team. Now we're going to introduce ourselves so that way you could put a face with the name and with the brand. So I'll start off first with myself. My name is Clarina Lejulus. I am the youngest of the 8. And I am heavily involved in the financial markets. I am an educator at heart, and I'm just really happy to be here. I love being a part of the expo, and I'm excited about what we will be doing next. So stay connected. Don't forget to also scan our QR code to stay connected with us. I'll pass it on to CJ, and he'll pass it on to the next person.
Yes, thank you, Corona. My name is CJ Lejulus. I am well involved in the financial market as well, just like Corona. It is a pleasure to be here. I'm very excited to everyone who were able to make it to this event today. Definitely scan the QR code that we have on the screen so that we can stay connected. And it was a pleasure to be your host for today. Until next time, I'm gonna pass it on to Saranis.
I think you're on mute, Saranis. We can't hear you.
Oh, thank you very much. I thought I was talking, but yeah, again, I am Saranes, one of the gang of 8. And it's always a pleasure that we get to put this Health and Wealth Expo every year. But one of the things I want to say, the expo itself, that's how we want to give back. Again, when you are blessed to have resources, to have knowledge, we do not want to keep that to ourselves. We want to build a community that is catered around family. We believe family is the bedrock of society. So you can have your beliefs, but that's what we believe, and that's what we do. And we want to see healthy families. We want to see everybody thrive in whatever area where God bless you to be. We want to be a conduit to help you get to the next level. So anything that we can do individually or collectively, we can help you do to help you get to the next level. We do want to help you do that. And we hope that you're going to take the time to follow us in every social media platform, whether it be on Facebook, YouTube, wherever you love or you spend time. Go ahead and find the Lejulus. Or don't forget to go to the Lejulus Expo or even Lejulus.com. Those are some of the places that you can get us, and we look forward to connecting, chatting, and whatever you need, let us know. We'll be happy to help connect you. Okay, let's see who else we're going to go to. Is Kedley. Is Kedley available? And I am one of the 8, yeah, I guess the oldest guy. So anybody else who's available? Kedna, you already spoke,
yes,
right?
I'm available. Can you hear me?
Yep, go ahead.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kedley. I go by Coach Kedley. One of the things I focus on is personal development. I develop myself and I help others to develop their gifts in area of goal settings, how to set goals, how to achieve goals. And I do lean into the project management as well. I manage small projects for me and help others as well. Also, in the meantime, we want to introduce to you guys the Leading Ladies tax services, where we offer tax services to small businesses and individuals. We also show them we do tax strategies. We help you to see on how you can save more on your taxes and get more in returns legally, or how you can use certain tax codes that are available for you to start your small business. So you can follow me on social media, Kedley Lejulus, and thank you. I'm passing the mic to Kedna Lejulus, Coach Kedna, or Miss Serenes, if they are available.
I am. Hey guys, you already heard me before. I'm Coach Kedna. I'm passionate about healthy living. So if you have any question about health, reach out to me. I'm on social media as Kedna LEJ, or you can reach out to me, email me. Yeah, I'm here for you. I'm here to serve you. So don't hesitate to call. This thing, it's a movement. It's not just something you hear today, but healthy living is a movement. I want you to be healthy. So I'm willing to hold your hands to do this life together. So thank you. So I'm passing the mic to Serenice.
Hello, everyone. Hello. I won't be long. So this is Coach Serenice. Even before I tell you guys, I'm one of the 8. I'm the oldest, one of the oldest. For those of you who don't know, we got 2 sets of twins right here on this platform. 2 sets of twins. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. But I'm very glad and proud to let you know that I'm one of the twins. And I want to give a big shout out, guys. This special shout out is to Leader Charisma. Dr. Victorine, she left already, and Coach Michaela. Guys, this
Michaela, yeah.
All right. Big shout out to them because this event would have not been this great without them, guys. If you love the Lejulus, if you love us, go support these people. Find them. You saw their handles on social media. Go follow them and learn from them because they're always giving back. But I'm one of the 8. I reside in the beautiful state of Texas, as you guys heard, and I love helping. I love giving back. And we now, I mean, this is just a side note, like Sarana said, we do more than just give back, but we have fun together. So next weekend at this time, this very time, next weekend, next Saturday, we're gonna be hosting the first Lejulus Cruise annual vacation. It's gonna be over in the Bahamas, and we're very excited about it. That's one of the big accomplishments that we have accomplished together as a community. And it's not just us, we did open it to other people to have joined us. That's it.
And let me add and say, I spoke to, or at least I had a session with Michaela a couple months ago. And for those of you who don't know, I get to lead one of the leadership class at my church. And Michaela is one of the people that I had a session with. So by sitting with her, she was able to help clarify some of my God-given gifts. Because I'm one of those people who, when I grew up, well, in my early days, I used to want to be in certain way. I would look at someone behaving certain way, and I would want to be that person. But having to sit down with Michaela, she was able to help me clarify, find clarity in my gifts and my talent. And even since then, I'm telling you that I no longer wish to be somebody else. I focus on the things that God made me. And let me tell you what, when you have that session, I'm telling you, it's gonna be mind blowing. It's gonna be eye opening. Even if you think that you have all the skills that you can or you good, I highly recommend that you go to her website, which is Coach Me Michaela, so you can .com, and you can get, take her on that offer. I promise you, you're gonna love what she has to offer, and hopefully you like it. I just wanted to do that because I am one of her clients, and I do work with her, and she's someone that I can vouch for because we both part of the same program, part of the same church. And I've known her for quite a while. So yeah, go ahead and take advantage of what she's offering. Highly recommend it.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that. We do have one more Lejulus, as you can see, with 7 siblings. Sometimes it's a panel discussion. So Anne Rose, please introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. My name is Anne Rose. I work behind the scene, but my focus is on gardening and helping people grow their own food. I've helped my community, local community, teach them or taught them how to grow food, healthy and good food to eat so that they can remain healthy and live a better life. And thank you for everyone who participated and to all the presenters as well.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much to everyone, to us, to our guests. We apologize that we went over. Deeply, we're sorry about that, but we had some really great nuggets. But this is not the end, and you don't have to wait until next year. Be on the lookout over the next 2 weeks to get that wrap-up letter where we're going to give you exclusive access to be able to watch this replay. And in addition to that, we will also send out that voucher that Coach Siani's talked about that we weren't able to get through with the raffle for that vacation she mentioned. And so please stay connected and be on the lookout for your email. If you didn't give us your email, now would be the time to do so, or to quickly register so that way you could get those exclusive gifts. All right, it was a pleasure having you on this call, whether you were on Facebook, whether you were on Zoom with us, or YouTube. Have a great evening, and we will see you next year. Mark your calendars for July of next year, 2026. All right, guys, we love you.
Let's go. Let's do it.